So you got to see the first over.
वेलकम टू डैलेस। हमारे मोहल्ले में आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है।
बहुत शुक्रिया। प्लीज।
अरे आप भी समोसे?
You will love these समोसा। सुना है मार्केट में नए आए हैं।
ओए नए शे हम नहीं खाते हुए।
नए माने?
वो लक्ष्मी है ना?
लक्ष्मी के फ्रोजन समोसे?
जी हाँ, ऑथेंटिक पंजाबी टेस्ट वाले।
एक समोसा और।
आपको नए वाले तो खाने नहीं थे?
ओ यार, ये तो लक्ष्मी है ना।
Introducing Lakshmi Frozen Samosa range.
So Ruben Ryan. Okay, we've got it.
What's up, Doug? What got into you?
At SoCal, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
Mustafa, they do seem to be all right. So here we are today with the Sunoco sponsored minor league East Bay Blasters, who are batting at the moment, versus Lashings, who just won yesterday in a narrow victory. And certainly East Bay are putting on a solid opening partnership here. White from Australia has played in the Big Bash League. And in the booth with me, I have Mustafa from QAE, and who's been in the United States for 15 years now. And has been playing locally with Cal State Fullerton at one point, and now Pasadena you've also played. So what do you think so far, Mustafa?
Thank you, David. Pleasure to be here. I think it's a good start by the Blazers. They're trying to maximize this power play, going at 6 and over. No wickets lost yet, so solid foundation so far.
So the power play is really in the favor of the East Bay Blasters at the moment. Can you tell us a little bit about the East Bay Blasters, what you gleaned from walking around the grounds today?
Yeah, so they look like a pretty well-gelled unit. I saw them doing their fielding drills, and they really had some intensity in it and were backing each other up. So they have some really good overseas players from South Africa, Australia, and New Zealand. And I think they'll be looking to start this minor league cricket campaign off with a win today.
I would agree with you, Mustafa. I think Lashings tails are up after yesterday's win over the Surf Riders, San Diego Surf Riders. I was working with Jimmy Alcanzar in the booth on that. He actually was a part owner, so he pretty much knew what it was like selecting players and getting them on the team. But what do you think to this minor league format? Do you like it?
I really like it. I think it's a fantastic platform for up-and-coming cricketers as well as seasoned professionals, and it's a great opportunity for all the youngsters who are living in America and learning their cricket here to get a platform to impress and hopefully go on to bigger things in cricket.
So right now we've got Elmore Hutchinson, who's perennial US player, really the premier fast bowler in the United States still, and he keeps himself very fit, and it's good to be seeing him keeping himself fit in this minor league as well. And of course he'd play major leaguers when required. Last time I saw him play was yesterday, but prior to that he'd playing for the US against Jersey on the adjoining field, which is the Wong end, and where we're broadcasting is the right end. And so we've got two former greats of Southern California cricket. They've got grounds named after them. Gene Wong was the president of the SCCA. And here comes Elmore. Slaps it down short. Nicely struck away, and that's 4 runs. Through third man there, excellent shot. Just guided it. And of course that's the risk you have as being a fast bowler, would you say, Mustafa?
Absolutely. Extra pace on the ball, and I think the batsman was trying to play that fine and a valiant effort there in the deep, but just went over the boundary for 4 runs.
Can you tell us a little about the Lashings wicketkeeper?
Lashings wicketkeeper is a local cricketer. His name's Harpreet Singh. He's also an aggressive middle order batsman who likes to play shots, and didn't get a knock in yesterday, but I'm sure he'd be looking forward to getting some runs today. Solid batsman.
Great. That's most of these minor league teams come with a squad of 16. They have 3 youth, 1 under 16, 17, and under 19. So they can season the youth a little bit, and these top-level conditions, and of course the local contingent, and then a marquee player, and in this case 3 overseas players. And again to bowl, slammed it down better length this time. Catch a ball, just gets beyond the fielder there, and good throwing. Lashings fielded very well yesterday. So Elmore, a workhorse of a fast bowler. And in the local leagues here, with this, when they have their franchise games, just below minor league, he's always one of the first to go in the auction. What do you think to this auction system, Mustafa? Good length, pushes it through the offside, and there'll just be one run there. A solid connection though. The score now at 25-0. So East Bay Blasters are motoring rather nicely, would you say, Mustafa?
Yes, agreed, David. I think the Blazers have a solid platform here. Just going at about over 6 and over, and no wickets lost yet. And you can see that they're trying to be aggressive, but Elmore's bowled a pretty decent over here too, other than the one boundary, and he'd look to finish with a dot here.
Can you tell us a little bit about the opening batsman? Slams that one down, and that's going to be 4 runs. Yeah.
It's a beautiful shot. Just gave him a little bit of width and cut away beautifully through backward point by David White, who's a seasoned cricketer from South Africa.
And he's played in some of the major league games as well.
I know he's a player development manager at the major league, and he's played 85 games in South Africa for the Eastern Cape Warriors.
Excellent.
But I don't think he participated in the major league as a player.
Oh, okay. Thank you for that quick bit of research.
Of course.
And the other end, who do we have?
At the other end, we have Vikash Mohan, who's had a decent start, 18 of 14 balls, a good strike rate, and overall a good base laid by the Blazers so far.
Just had a change of bowling here. They brought on a spinner. So Lashings choosing to go with a fast and spin attack at the moment. Right arm spinner, so it looks like a wrist spinner.
It's a good start. Right on the money there, first ball. Good length. Making the batsman defend.
So Mohan's on 18 and David White on 9. Allowed call for an appeal there.
Yeah, the batsman tried to get down the pitch. Looked to go over the top, but just missed it. It's a good start by Rubal Raina.
Just nudges that one down to the leg side and gentle single. So now already 30 runs are up with the 4.3 overs. Score rates gradually going up, just under 7 now and over. Nice push out there on the offside. Probably just be a single, nicely fielded. Good quick release there. Batsman scampers back to safety. Score still 30 for no wicket. 31 now for no wicket.
It's a good over by Raina so far. Just kept it really tight.
Few dot balls.
Another dot. Only 2 runs off the over so far.
I do like the fielding, Mustafa. I think Lashings are playing sharp in the field at the moment.
Yes, they really brought some energy today. Another dot ball, and that's an excellent over by Rubal Raina. Only 2 off it, and we end the 5th at 31 for no loss for the Blazers.
Took that last corner pretty quick.
Sir, I need one hand on the roof, one hand on the pump.
Timeout for Sunoco Go Rewards.
Keep pumping.
With new Sunoco Go Rewards, when you fuel, you save, because rewards come first.
Elmore getting ready to bowl his second over here. While he's doing that, we should talk a little bit about the umpires. Budwala is the third umpire. Saeed Haider, who's worked in the Karachi leagues and been here in 12 years in the US. And in comes Elmore, slams that one down, beats the batsman for pace. He decides to leave it alone. Judicious decision there. And Bandula is the third umpire. He's from Sri Lanka, and the other umpire is born in Indore, in India, and also umpired here for 12 years on the USA umpiring panel. And in comes Elmore again.
It's a good
Hits
ball.
that into his feet, yeah.
It's a good channel bowled by Elmore here. Pretty tight on off stump, good length as well. Looks like he's making use of the conditions as well. It's just some swing out there for the bowlers. And Elmore, primarily being a swing bowler, is making full use of that.
Yeah, I'd agree with you, Mustafa. I think that's he is getting some movement. Yeah. He's certainly retaining the respect of the openers at the moment. The score is still 31 for 0. And run rate's down to 5, gone under 6 now. Oh, right into the hands and bounced out. A very, very sharp chance there. And that could have easily been an injury with that sort of power on the ball. So there's an example of power hitting getting away with a non-wicket.
That was cut hard, straight to Ravi Timbawala at point.
Ravi is a very good player over the years. I used to see him play against Ravi at Franklin Rose from the West Indies as a 15-year-old youth, and then I saw him at American College Cricket in the USC games. Here comes Elmore, pushes that ball pushed to the leg. And a great way to get introduced to this particular game, I'd say, Mustafa.
Absolutely agreed, David. It's a fantastic place to play cricket out here. We have a wonderful climate year round and really good facilities here at Woodley Park in Van Nuys, California.
Rodney Cutting, the curator, whose son Fidel Edwards plays for the US. For the West Indies, opening the bowling. In comes Elmore, just chops that one down. Well taken by the wicketkeeper.
Again, just beating the batsman with some swing there. The batsman looking to guide it through point or third man and just getting the inside half of the bat. Really good over by Elmore so far. Just those single off it. And we're approaching the last ball of the power play. Batsman just having a little chat mid-pitch. Maybe they should look to play him a bit straighter.
You think a little straighter, Mustafa? Yeah.
I think so. I think with that angle, left arm coming over the wicket, it's difficult to cut or guide that ball unless you have a lot of width.
I noticed that with Kane yesterday. He was giving a lot of room to the he'd step outside the leg stump and then cut it. And he'd rather like a Bradman type shot.
And that wraps up a great over by Elmore. Just a single off it, and the Blazers are 32 for no loss at the end of 6.
An excellent opening partnership with Mohan on 19 and White on 11, just catching up a little bit. Elmore now having bowled 2 overs and just 2 runs off his bowling so far. So it's excellent, just 1 off that over. Excellent piece of fast bowling. And some good fielding by Lashings. I think they're still retaining their sharpness.
Agreed, David. I think they've already saved a few runs in the field and really bringing a lot of energy into their fielding. They look like a well-gelled unit.
They looked very good yesterday. They didn't, with the pressure being applied, they didn't collapse at all. They just kept focused. And Abhimanyu, Ray up Yesterday took 4 wickets, got 39 runs in 18 balls, so they have power. The ability to finish sharply. But I think a winning score here would probably be around about 160, 170. So we'll see how this progresses. But an excellent opening partnership.
The Blazers have just slowed down a little bit in the last couple of overs, just going at over 5 and over. They'll look to maybe accelerate a little bit with no wickets lost so far.
And the power play off, right?
Here's
So,
Rubal. Just tucked away on the leg side for a quick single.
we had a couple of run-outs yesterday, and that looked pretty close. So.
Yeah, that was pretty sharp, but I think the fielder was just sitting deep on the 30. They're able to pinch a quick single there.
Oh, beautiful piece of spin bowling that. I mean, it moved from leg to off. Batsman followed it, but couldn't do much with it.
It's great bowling by Raina. Excellent control of length. It's gone for a big shot, down to long on. Good piece of fielding, just a single.
Lashings doing a good job of keeping the runs down at the moment. Dot balls and singles. Showing a lot of respect there, White, to that particular ball. Raina doing a good job of keeping the batsman guessing. Score now 34 for no wicket. Mohan 20. And White 12.
Yet another excellent ball by Raina there. He's really bowling well here. In the middle of a good spell, just 2 off this over with 1 to go. Gives that a little bit of air. It's driven down the ground to long off for just a single. As we finish the 7th over, East Bay Blazers are 34 for no loss.
वक्त आ गया है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस। इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट पे क्या खूब खिले।
हाँ, मेरे घर लाने का।
Okay, seems to be a change of bowling here. Now Elmore is off, and we've got another spinner on at this end. Know anything about this spinner?
Yeah,
Mustafa?
Abhimanyu coming around. Played a match-winning knock yesterday with the bat. Also took 4 wickets. It's bowling to David White. Sweeps in the air. This could be a chance. Oh, just sails over his head for 6. Beautiful shot that by David White. Took this fielder on and just got it over his head, all the way over deep square leg.
It was sort of an effortless looking shot that. He timed it beautifully, didn't he? Got right underneath it.
Yeah, it seemed like he got more of a top edge on it, but it just sailed over the fielder at deep square leg. Very well executed and perfectly timed.
I like that shot. He just powered it out with using his wrists, making a run out of usually a defensive shot by the average batsman. So we've already got 7 off this over in the first 2 balls. So East Bay coming back here, trying to up the run rate, which is now 5.73 after a good spell of bowling by Elmore Hutchinson and this Mohan. Another nice clip.
Just a single. 8 runs off the over so far. I think the Blazers will look to just up their run rate a little bit here. They're going steady at just under 6 and over, but they know that they need to get at least around 150 on this wicket to have a competitive total.
We're about 7 overs right now, so, coming into the 8th here. So these 20 over games, it's nice to have about 100 on the board, 10 overs. Excellent ball there.
It's a good length by Rajab. Just left outside off stump by David White. Give him some respect there. It's full on the stumps. Just hit, driven down the ground for another single.
You see that veteran player there, it just makes it look so simple. It just punches it to the onside. Happy to get a single, keep that rotation going.
9 off the over, 1 ball to come. Here's Rajab to Mohan. Good ball, right on the stumps, good length, well defended. End of the 8th over, East Bay Blazers 44 for no loss.
वेलकम टू डैलेस। हमारे मोहल्ले में आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है।
बहुत शुक्रिया, प्लीज।
अरे आप भी समोसे?
You will love these समोसा। सुना है मार्केट में नए आए हैं।
ओए नए शे हम नहीं खाते हुए।
नए माने?
वो लक्ष्मी है ना?
लक्ष्मी के फ्रोजन समोसे?
जी हाँ, ऑथेंटिक पंजाबी टेस्ट वाले।
एक समोसा और दे।
आपको नए वाले तो खाने नहीं थे?
ओ यार, ये तो लक्ष्मी है ना?
Introducing Lakshmi Frozen Samosa range.
For the supporters of this great tournament as the ice cream truck goes by. Oh, it's a straight drive there, it's a beauty, and that's 4 all the way.
That's 6, actually.
Oh gosh, that was a power shot. Stayed low.
Down the track,
Low
David White
trajectory.
got to the pitch and hit it flat back over the bowler's head.
Straight between the fielders.
Beautiful shot that.
And now he's upping his run rate. They've both got 21 now. It's a score of 44 for 0. But frankly, at 5 runs and over, they need to begin to hit up a little bit here. So that's what they're doing. Decides not to.
It's a good comeback by Raina. Could have been a single there, I think, but there was an early call of no. Yeah, David, I think they're just looking to up the rate a little bit here. A couple of 6s in the last couple of overs. They're just looking to get on with it a little bit. Down the track again, beautiful shot.
Another 6, back to back. Reiner up to this point is, he's on his 3rd over. He only had 11 runs off him, but now we've had 12 in the last 3 balls. So definitely upping the tempo here by White. Beautiful shot. Straight drives. He's got that shot down beautifully. First one was low. That one was right into the upper part of the trees. So he's definitely zeroing in on Reiner now. We'll see a bowler change at the end of this over, I think.
It's really good batting here by David White. Using his feet to get to the pitch. It's taken 12 of 3 balls in this over so far.
It's what they needed, I would say, Mustaf.
Absolutely. Blazers look like they're getting on with it now.
And no wickets down. I mean, that's the big thing. Got plenty of wickets to play with.
Here's Raina. It's a good ball. On a good length and just defended back to the bowler.
So 17 so far off Reiner. Very tidy up until this over. And another 6, right over the sight screen this time. So 3 6s off a very tight bowler to this point. So there's 18 runs right there.
And that was the biggest of the 3. Once again, David White uses his feet down the pitch, straight over the bowler's head for a huge 6. That's actually gone into the
into the one ground.
To the next ground over here.
Yes. So the one ground actually was where India played Australia in 1999. The A sides at that time, Laxman, VVS Laxman came over, and they had some great new Australian players come in under the captaincy of Gillespie at that time. Gilly, as they call him. It's the first time he captained the Australia team. Australia won, but it was a good series. Here we go. Oh, another straight.
One more time down the ground.
Shot.
This time just a single to the long off fielder. Excellent over for the Blazers. 19 off it. At the end of the ninth, they're 62 for no loss.
Excellent.
What's up, Doug? What got into you?
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
They've just brought on Abinu to try and stem this flow. He took 4 wickets yesterday, and he won the match. He was the MVP yesterday, so he becomes a US player. Slightly short. Abimanu, a very skilled practitioner of the ball. He'd be looking for any weakness, he'd be probing. I would expect this one to be a little bit more of a length.
Here's Rajab to White. Down the ground again, and another 6.
So White is definitely in the zone right now, would you say, Mustafa?
Correction, that was Mohan on strike, not White. And
they're both in the zone then.
Yeah.
So Lashings desperately needing a wicket now at with the score now at 69. After that 6, Sunoco bringing this tournament to us, and Lakshmi Enterprises also, and Budu, very grateful for their backing.
Tosses it up, hit down the ground, just a single.
Fielded by Elmo there, just going to his knees.
So the Blazers with a good start now. They've picked up the run rate a little bit in the last few overs. Almost at 7.5 and over. They'll be looking to target at least 160 from here, I reckon.
Yes, I would say so, Mustafa, yeah. And Abimanu is having trying to stem the flow here. The Lashings choosing to go with a relatively defensive field. They got one close in, a couple of close in players there at point, and then covers. A kind of a deepish third man, deep point, and traditional mid-on, mid-off on the boundary. Pushes that one away nicely. I'm sure at the moment Lashings will be just happy to keep the boundaries infield and keep them to singles if they can.
It's good batting by these two. They're getting the boundaries and the singles. Here's Rajab to White, last ball of the 10th over. Down the wicket again, nudges it to the leg side. They're looking for 2. Not there.
So this projection, we're probably looking at around about 150, but we were talking about Shane Warne yesterday, who said take away a couple of wickets and add 20, so could end up being about 170 with that final punch they have in the
And at the end
20th over.
At the end of the 10th over, Lashings or East Bay Blazers are 74 for no loss.
Took that last corner pretty quick.
Sir, I need one hand on the roof, one hand on the pump.
Timeout for Sunoco Go Rewards.
Keep pumping.
With new Sunoco Go Rewards, when you fuel, you save, because rewards come first.
So the Blazers 74 for no loss here. Really good start. And it looks like Ayan Desai, strike bowler, is back here. He's going to be bowling his third over. David White on strike. He's played a good knock so far, 43 of 32 balls. Lashings looking for a wicket. Quick single to backward point. Well run there. Bowler just tumbled a little bit in his follow through, but I think he's okay.
Checking out the ground there. Batsman signaling for probably some drier gloves. Gatting used to, Gooch, sorry, used to have 7 pairs of batting gloves when he was batting. Change them every time he scored a 50. He also carried weights with him as well. 7-pound weights. But
it's well bowled by Ayan. Good length. Just pushed to the offside for a single by Mohan. Showing the young strike bowler some respect here. They know the Lashings have brought him back to look for a wicket after some runs have been plundered in the last few overs off the spinners. But this intelligent batting by the Blazers here. Down the wicket. Edge down to third man. Elmore cleans up, just a single.
beautiful shot and just kept to 1, which was, Elmore was right in position there for that.
So 3 singles off this over so far. Here's Ayan. Goes for the bouncer. Beautiful shot, but straight to the fielder, and he takes the catch.
Finally, the breakthrough. Much needed by Lashings. Score now at 77 for 1. After a great opening partnership by these two. And the out batsman is Mohan, I think, who got 30. And David White now on 45. Still at the wicket. David takes this opportunity to change his gloves.
That's a good short ball by Ayan. Hit well by Mohan, but not well enough. And a good catch by Reuben Clinton in the deep.
Those last 2 shots went right to fielders, and they normally would have been boundaries. So good job there by Lashings, fielding, keeping them in the game.
And a much needed breakthrough.
And a justly deserved applause from his team as they did their job as openers. I mean, to have 9 wickets in hand at 77 runs is a healthy disparity for the later part of the game. So Lashings will be pleased with that, and they've got to get a few more if they want to get back in the game. So one of the players that's in for Lashings is come up through the youth program here, and Ravi Tambawala.
One brings 2 your boys.
It's nice to see him back later today. And Mustafa will take us on with a ball by ball.
Sanjay Krishnamurthy, the Blazers captain, has just walked into bat. He's a young 20-year-old, very talented batsman. He's facing a talented 20-year-old left-arm quick. Punched off the back foot, straight to backward point.
The future of America, as far as cricket's concerned, right?
We're seeing it right here, David. 2 very talented, young, hard-working cricketers.
I mean, to make it, even in America, it's hard. I mean, there's so many tournaments out there, and the cost is the average young player now is $20,000 a year the parents are paying to get him into this playing atmosphere.
Oh, it's a good ball by Ayan. Good finish. Pitched up. Sanjay had a go at it. Straight through to the keeper as we finish the 11th over. Good over by Ayan. East Bay Blazers 77 for 1 after 11.
So this tournament brought to you by Sunoco and Lakshmi Enterprises and Boudreaux. Very grateful for their support.
वक्त आ गया है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस, इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट पे क्या खूब खिले।
हाँ, मेरे घर लाने का।
Taking his guard here. Adjusting for the new bowler.
Blue ball Raina switching ends here, bowling his last over after going for 19 in his last one. It's a dot ball.
Certainly not wanting to give any runs away after that last over.
Yeah, he bowled really well up until that last over. Then I think David White targeted the short straight boundary and took him off.
And David showed that he's a very good driver of the ball. I mean, he was powering that ball right over the side screen there, all angles around the side screen.
Here's Raina to David White.
Nice pick up there.
Just a single. Lashings really chirpy in the field. That wicket brought some energy. Much needed wicket that, David. That opening partnership was really starting to get away from them.
Yeah, I thought it might go for 100 for them to break it. It was so important for their morale. And yet the run rate is still, you know, it's almost 7. So that's a winning run rate. But so desperately needed that wicket. Oh, excellent piece of fielding there in covers. Just a great dive there to the right. Superb. So the new batsman looking to assert himself in the middle here. Oh,
down and stumped.
He's gone. Beautiful piece of work. So sudden breakthroughs here by the Lashings team. And this is kind of what happened yesterday with San Diego. They kept them in the box better than they've done with the Blasters today. But that quick response there, 2 wickets down now at 78 for 2, is an emphatic response to a very good opening partnership.
Yeah, Sanjay Krishnamurthy looked to use his feet, go for the big shot. Just beaten in length by Raina, and good bit of glove work by Harpreet Singh.
The nice thing is that Krishnamurthy is only 20, so he's still got a few years to learn his ropes, so to speak.
Absolutely, he's a really talented player. And
the nice thing right now is to see some of the Vijayta players, watching these players, trying to learn from them. And Vijayta is perennially one of the top teams in Southern California, so you can see the impact that minor league cricket is having here at Woodley on the local teams. We're just taking a break at the moment, Vijayta. And who's the new batsman? Tell us all about it there, Mustafa.
So in comes Aditya Ganesh. So wicketkeeper batsman. Batting at number 4 today for the Blazers. And a couple of quick wickets have brought Lashings back into the game here. Blazers might look to just consolidate a little bit. With David White batting well at the other end. 46 of 36 balls.
He's moved to kind of anchor role. I think I would, being a betting man, I would say it's good for 50 at least. I may have jinxed him now having said that, but
Here's Raina to Ganesh. Looked like he yorked him there.
yeah.
Just dug out for the single.
Appropriate name, I think, in Indian culture. Ganesh means, oh, it's Lakshmi who overcomes the troubles. Ganesh is more of a prolific name, I gather.
So we're coming up to the last ball of Raina's spell here. It's a good spell, 1 for 26 so far. It was just that one over that went for 19.
The changing end seemed to do the trick for him.
Yeah. Here's Raina. It's off the bottom of the bat, just another single. That brings us to the end of the 12th over. East Bay Blazers 79 for 2.
And despite the pressure, Lashings holding well in the field.
वेलकम टू डैलेस। हमारे मोहल्ले में आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है।
बहुत शुक्रिया, प्लीज।
अरे आप भी समोसे?
You will love these samosa. सुना है मार्केट में नए आए हैं।
ओए नए शे हम नहीं खाते हुए।
नए माने?
वो लक्ष्मी है ना?
लक्ष्मी के फ्रोजन समोसे?
जी हाँ, ऑथेंटिक पंजाबी टेस्ट वाले।
एक समोसा और दे।
आपको नए वाले तो खाने नहीं थे?
ओ यार, ये तो लक्ष्मी है ना।
Introducing Lakshmi Frozen Samosa range.
So what do you think right now, Mustafa, in terms of the way the game's poised? We're at 80 for 2. What's your assessment?
I think the Blazers have a good platform, despite the loss of 2 quick wickets. They're still going at a steady run rate of just over 6.5. And with 8 overs to go, they'll ideally be looking for around the 150 mark. Here's Manal Patel. That's swept hard. Down to...
Oh boy, that's 4 runs. Just went beyond the stretched hands of the fielder there. And that was a short ball from Manal. He's normally quite on the length, but that was very slappable by the batsman. And probably a bit of a gift for David Wright, I would say.
That's 50 for David White also.
Yeah, very nice.
Very good knock here so far. He's really
good example of a development officer showing what he can do.
Absolutely. Here's Manal to David. Better length. He's punched to cover, dot ball.
Like a lot of the better batsmen, he sort of steps outside the leg stump and then manages to create space so he can push it out on the offside. It's a good example, and that was happening yesterday with Keats as well. These Antipodes batsmen do that quite nicely. I think they learned a lot from Bradman.
Just another single down to long on.
So Raina's done then for his 4 overs in this 20-over game. Score now 85 for 2. The run rate now 6.8. Overs done 12.3. Ganesh on 1. David White just got his 50, 52. Very good innings by David White, the Australian. I think she can tell me a little bit more about him in a minute.
Short ball. Punched off the backwood to deep mid-wicket. They're looking for 2. Not there.
I think that was a shot off the splice of the bat, that one.
Oh, and then they pinch an extra single. The ball deflected off the stumps, and Blazers took a quick single there off the rebound. Munal gone for 12 in his over so far. 2 to go. It's a short straight boundary from this end. Here he is to Ganesh.
I love the way he played that shot. Just got really low and pushed it out on the offside. It's going to be quick here. Oh, if that had been an accurate throw, if there had been a clean take by the wicketkeeper, that was probably a run out. And Lashings did a couple of those yesterday, so they're quite capable of changing the game around with their fielding. Very sharp at the moment.
Yeah, good bit of running that too. Batsman put pressure on the fielder, ran the first one hard, and Slightly wayward throw.
And that's what you want, right? That fast first run. And the lollygag type run is, I guess, when the batsman can see the fielder's going to pick it up easily. But that's a short ball again. Oh, catchable.
Just evades the fielder.
Brunel is a very intelligent bowler, a lot of success with the US team. He knows what he's doing. He's probably trying to get David White to mishit or get a little bit complacent. Both batsmen asking for water now, and in comes the drink man.
That's the end of the 13th. Blazers 91 for 2.
What's up, Doug? What got into you?
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
Okay, these the water break is really taken at 13. They're not actually taking a formal water break at all. So score at 91 for 2 with a run rate of 7. That's a winning run rate based on what I saw yesterday. So Lashings need a bit of a breakthrough again. David White, South Africa, facing. He's got his 52 and 40 balls here. He's played 81 first-class games in South Africa out of the East Cape, and definitely showing his first-class experience here today. Flicks that one off his legs. Beautiful shot. Lovely sweep.
Swept nicely. Good bit of fielding there in the deep. 2 runs.
So no slowing for David White. He's just motoring on very nicely. I mean, potentially he could get a century here, unless they get him to miss hit or do something. And there's the famous ice cream van in the background.
Down the wicket, hit hard, down to long off. Just a single.
It has been nice to see cricket reassert itself in the park after the COVID. And we've got a totally different population come into the park. And a lot of Latino families over on Village Green there, where we play with the youth occasionally. And they love their ice cream. So, yes, the ice cream man cometh.
Here's Rajab to Ganesh. Head down the ground. Long on cleans up, just a single. Decent over by Rajab so far. Just 4 off it with 2 balls to go.
Rajab is their stopper, so they're relying on him. And he does a lot to keep the Lashings going, the publicity. He's a very passionate cricketer. Seen him work over the years. He gave that a bit more air. Very smart cricketer too. Great all-rounder. Destroy you with the bat and the ball.
It's a very seasoned cricketer, Abhimanyu Rajab. Has played, has represented the US for the World Cup some years ago. Match-winning performance yesterday with bat and ball for the Lashings. And a good over here so far. It's the last ball of his 3rd. Tossed up. David White yorked himself a little bit there. The end of the 14th over, East Bay Blazers 97 for 2.
So at this rate, we've got a projected rate of around about 160. So East Bay definitely going to make more of a challenge than Lashings had yesterday with the San Diego Surf Riders. That was a close game. So we're in for a great game here.
Back here with Manal Patel continuing. That was hit down to long on for just a single.
Both US players, various times.
Manal Patel, also a seasoned cricketer, has represented US. Plays his local cricket here for Vijeta in the Southern California Cricket Association. And he's bowling to David White here, who's played a lovely innings so far. 57 not out of 45. Something tells me he's going to look to take on the short straight boundary. He's well bowled. Punch down to long off. Just another single.
Yeah, he's conserving his energy quite well. I mean, he's been out there now for over an hour. And
Take one with you now, yeah, boy.
Short ball. Late cut down to third man. They'll get two. Looking for the third. Not there. Good bit of fielding by Elmore.
quite the battle going on out there in the middle now with Ronell, who's a very good bowler, trying to stem runs as Abhimanyu was as well.
Here he is to Ganesh. Pitched up, driven,
Shot.
out to deep cover. Just a single. Ruben Clinton cleans up.
We're now at 101 for 2. So plenty of runs in hand for the East Bay Blasters.
It's a good over by Manal so far. Just 4 off it, with 3 balls to go. Here he is to David White. Down the wicket, pulled his left bat. Excellent bit of fielding there by Manal. David White looking to use his feet. Manal just pulling the length back a little bit. Intelligent bowling. Good bit of fielding too. Dot ball.
Good quality of cricket today. Good tight stuff. That's what's
Let's
going
use
high
fielding.
as a catchable. No, drop short. That's an unusually loose shot for David. He's played a very, very sensible innings. Some powering sixes when he needed to. Really has been controlled throughout this innings, but that one was a loose one for him. So that was it's 59 now of 48 balls. Ganesh now on 12. So nice partnership building here. And the run rate 6.67.
That was the end of the 15th. East Bay Blazers 103 for 2. 5 overs to go.
So at that rate, we're looking at, what, 5 overs, 35 runs, so 140, but my guess it'll probably be about 160 by the time they're done, because they've got a lot of wickets in hand, so we'll see what happens.
Yes, I think they're going to look to take on the bowling a little bit from here. They have 8 wickets in hand, just 5 overs to go. They should target around 150 at least from here, if they bat well. Here's Raja.
Reverse sweep, first one of the day. Beautiful. It's nice to see those shots. I guess I saw McCullum playing that in Broward County in Florida when he came out, and they played Sri Lanka back in 2011. That was around then the scoop shot was introduced, but that was a reverse sweep. Lovely shot.
Short ball, hit really well, down to deep mid-wicket, 4 runs. It's a good shot that by Ganesh. Just a bit short by Rajab and pulled off the back foot. Beat long on to his left for a much-needed boundary for the Blazers.
So Ganesh on to 16 now.
Given some air.
Plays very well off his feet.
Good bit of fielding there. Kept it down to 1.
Lashings still staying sharp in the field. I mean, that's what's kept them in the game, I think. And it will continue to keep them in the game if they keep it at about 150. It'll definitely be an excellent chase. Depending on the bowling we see from the Blasters, of course.
Here's Rajab to David White. Tossed up.
Catchable.
And smack down all the way over long off. Beautiful shot. 6 more.
That's
clean strike by David White. Straight over the long off fielder. All the way for 6 runs. I was just given some air by Rajab, and White took it on. Standing in his crease and struck that beautifully over long off.
Beautiful, pure driver of the ball, David White. 4 of his 6s have come that way. Flicks that one off his hips beautifully. Ganesh looking to pick up a second run on those 2.
Just the single there. The last ball of Rajab's spell. It's been a tad bit expensive today. Gone for 39. 1 ball to go here. 13 off the over so far. Rajab to Ganesh. It's a good ball. Bunted to the leg side. Looking for 2 again. Not there. Good bit of fielding. Looking for the extra run. Another deflection off the wickets, but they don't get it. That's the end of the 16th over. East Bay Blazers 116 for 2. 4 overs to go.
What do you know about Ganesh? We'll talk about that at the end of the next change.
Took that last corner pretty quick.
Sir, I need 1 hand on the roof, 1 hand on the pump.
Timeout for Sunoco Go Rewards.
Keep pumping.
With new Sunoco Go Rewards, when you fuel, you save, because rewards come first.
We're just coming in off the water break. These guys are, it's very hot out there. Actually, it's touching 90s today. No wind at all at the moment.
Here we are, fellas. Here we are, lads.
Yesterday we had wind coming around about
Take a few with
3
us,
o'clock in
boy.
the afternoon. But White batting very well, very sensibly at 67. Ganesh looking to push singles. The score 117 for 2, 5 to go. Overs, that is. Ganesh, a great runner between the wickets, always looking for that quick turnaround. He's a good example, actually, of how you should run between the wickets. Do we know anything about him, Mustafa?
So, Ganesh hails from Chennai in Tamil Nadu, India. He's played the Tamil Nadu Premier League. He's also a very seasoned cricketer. Spinal to White, down the wicket. Ended up yorking himself a little bit, just bunted to the offside for another single.
Good start, you fella. Take one with you now, you boy.
Manal Patel also in the last over of his spell. He's bowled a decent spell so far. None for 24. Here he is to
Class spin bowler.
down the wicket.
He's given out. LBW. That was very clever, little play there by Ganesh. He tried to make it look as though they had come off the bat, but the umpire very quick to signal. It hit the pad first before it hit the bat, and then of course running to try and distract the umpire. So good piece of umpiring there by Bandula from Indore in India, and of course he's been here for years, but he's on the US panel of umpires, so it's nice to see good umpiring in action. That was a good example of it.
And a smart bit of bowling by Manal Patel also. Fired that in, a little quicker, a little straighter. Aditya Ganesh looking to work it on the leg side. Just played around it a little bit. Looked plumb in front. The umpire was quick to raise his finger. East Bay Blazers 119 for 3 here. We're about midway through the 17th over.
It would be nice to see White get a century. It'd be good for the league. It's always difficult to get a century in 20 over cricket. He's on 68 now with 52 balls, and the new batsman in Tariq. East Bay Blazers doing what they need to do to win the game. They've still got 7 wickets in hand. The run rate of 7.21. Just 4 overs to go. About 3.5 actually.
Hamza Tariq is the new batsman. He's a Canadian international cricketer. He's also played franchise cricket in the Caribbean Premier League as well as the Global T20 Canada. So another seasoned cricketer. Here's Manal.
Oh, that's a beautiful run out.
Given him.
Lovely stuff. Beautiful. And Lashings, to their credit, have really kept sharp in the field, and they just picked up a very valuable wicket there with David Wright being run out. And I'm sure he wanted his 100. He's out at 68. And he was slowing down a little bit, you know, so, I mean, this is a game of fitness, and he's been out in the middle for an hour and a half. So, excellent cricket all round. A good attempt there by David to keep the ball moving. And an excellent innings on his part. Laid a superb foundation, a very deep foundation for this East Bay Blazers side, who now have got 6 wickets to go with about 3 overs left. And that's more than enough wickets to do some damage. As we've already projected about 150. But getting David like that will probably bring that score into question. Excellent cricket all round.
It's a really good bit of fielding there. I think that was Suhaib Ahmed. Ran in quickly, one motion, underarm, good throw to the keeper, and David White was quite short of his ground. But nonetheless, really good innings by David White.
Good example of how to keep sharp in the field, even when things aren't quite going your way. So Brunel's had a very useful over, creating opportunities, even if he didn't get the wicket credit. It's keeping things tight, forced the run and the run out.
It's a bit short, driven, punched off back foot to deep cover. Just a single. Good over by Manal there. At the end of the 17th, East Bay Blazers 120 for 4.
वक्त आ गया है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस। इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट पे क्या खूब खिले।
हाँ, मेरे घर लाने का।
Pakistan. He's played the Qaid-e-Azam Trophy for Khyber Pakhtunkhwa.
First-class cricketer out of Pakistan then?
Yes, first-class cricketer. He's represented the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa region. He's played quite a bit of first-class cricket over the last decade. he's on strike here to Elmore. He's running in. It's driven to long off. Little fumble there. They look for two.
Oh, that would have been out. I'm sure Elmore would love to have that throw again. Definitely in time.
Again,
Elmore looking to close off this innings. He's had a good session of bowling this game so far.
here's Elmore to Ahmed. It's short, pulled away. Good bit of fielding there at deep square leg.
Lovely throw.
Excellent throw.
The throwing by Lashings is first rate. I mean, they go the distance.
No doubt, David. Their fielding today has been excellent.
It's kept them in the game. You know, it's as the wickets were hard to come by, they stuck with it. Catchable.
It's gone in the air. Deep make wicket comes around.
Oh, that was
Spills
a
it.
great. It's a tougher catch than it looked because I think he was looking into the sun. He didn't even see it. I don't think it got away from him as he got underneath it. He didn't move at the last minute, which lends me to believe he was probably somewhat sun blind. And so we brought to you by SoCal, a nice gas company on the East Coast, and we're putting on a little gas here in the outfield as we try to keep the run rate below 7.
Here's Elmore to Ahmed. Big shot for
LBW, out of
LBW.
field, and he's out. 2 LBWs back to back. Umpires are getting busy today.
That was a good ball by Elmore. Right up there in the block hole. Batsman was beaten all ends up. It looks like it struck him right in front. The umpire didn't hesitate to give that one out.
A useful breakthrough there because there's no partnership really developed between these two players. So I think it's Tariq that's out. A short time he had picked up 7 runs. No, it's Ahmed that's out. Short time they picked up 7 runs. Incoming batsman. Number 29.
Incoming batsman is Nawaz Khan out of Afghanistan. He's represented Afghanistan A. And he's 27 years old. Comes in with about 14 balls to go in this innings. Blazers have just fallen away a little bit after a solid start. There's been a flurry of wickets in the last couple of overs. They still have about just over 2 overs to go. I think they'll be still looking to target around the 140, 145 mark to make it a competitive first innings total. What do you think, David?
Big turning point here, I think, was David White being run out. That was a real turnaround because if Dave's still been there now, there would be he was driving those sixes all over the place. And now you got a lot of new, fresh batsmen who have to pick up the ball really fast. But the Afghani players, we're seeing a lot more of them in Southern California cricket. With the nets here, they're coming in, and here comes Elmore.
Banged in short, swiveled over short fine leg, going down to the boundary.
Oh, again, a beautiful dive. Great effort there by the Lashings fielder, committing his full body slam to that, almost like a wrestling effort there to the ground.
It's a valiant effort there in the deep by Rajveer, one of the youngsters on this team, but just got away from it a little bit and trickled over the rope for 4 runs.
So Elmore 2-2-2, a wicket and a 4. So he's definitely taking it to the opposition, and the opposition's taking it to him. Good cricket.
Here's Elmore, the last ball of the 18th. Slower ball,
This is out.
straight up in the air. Oh, he's put it down.
Oh, and could have been a run out. Now we got overthrows. And this is the silly season right at the end of the innings here. So what could have been an out turned into 4 runs, and understandably Elmore is furious.
And at the end of the 18th over,
It's very rare you see that display of anger by Elmore, so he was very frustrated that that catch was put down.
pretty straightforward catch. Looked like he just got a little sideways to the ball. We were just praising their fielding, David.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Might have put a little jinx on them, because just after that they've dropped a couple of catches. But it happens. And 2 overs to go here. East Bay Blazers.
126 for 5. Excellent cricket. Cut and thrust. They managed to slow the score just a little bit. Getting that right wicket on the right field was the right thing to do. Ernest Wright, who gave his name to this ground, kept cricket going here in the 1920s. And a lot of the cricketers lost their lives during the First World War. It goes back in history. Yeah. Score now 132 for 5.
Here's Ayant Desai. Quick single there. So just 11 balls to go in this innings. And Ayant, who's bowled a good spell today, into his last over. We apologize for the graphics. Here's Ayant to Nawaz Khan. Oh, smashed down the ground. Straight over long off. Beautiful shot that by Nawaz Khan. 6 runs. That was hit with some power, David.
It was a nice shot. And most of the sixes today have come from drives. We've had, at least 5 drives for 30 runs coming off sixes. Very busy day out of Van Nuys today. A lot of airplane noise. That's what you're hearing. As I mentioned yesterday, that's where they filmed the film Casablanca in the 1940s. We are in Hollywood after all. Looking at these Bay Blasters doing their thing here in the middle, and score now at 133 for 5. So plenty of wickets in hand. So the new bowler, fast and on a length, beautiful stuff.
It's outside off stump. The batsman might have looked to leave it for a wide, but umpire judged it was inside. Duck ball.
Sort of stuff you want to see right at the end of the game, at the innings rather.
Here's Zion. Struck well. Over deep cover. 1 bounce over the... Oh no. All the way for 6 over cover. Beautiful shot that by Nawaz Khan.
It's the first one that's gone square on a 6. So Nawaz Khan really taking it to the bowling here. He's loving his fast bowling. And Afghanistan and Pakistan, the fast bowlers, the Pashtun connection, that's all part of the game.
It's a long boundary out there. It's a pretty big hit.
Yes, it is a long boundary. It's probably the biggest here at Woodley. So for a slap shot like that, it was a lot of power. All the trees around the ground here, planted by cricketers over various years. turn this venue into a very attractive place to be. 75 they've moved here.
Here's Ayan to Nawaz Khan. Pitched up, outside edge. 4 more. A flurry of boundaries here for the Blazers.
The Blazers in control at the moment. We're now into the 140 range. We've got a frozen scorecard here, but that's not unusual. But East Bay Blasters doing exactly what that, blasting their way to a final powerful 2 overs.
That was an expensive over by Ayan, who had bowled well up until that point, but
he bet it. He ran into the Afghanistan connection right there. It's very strong series of boundaries there, including the 6 square.
Clean hitting by Nawaz Khan. Much needed boundaries for the Blazers. And we're into the last over here.
Score now at about 144 for 5. We're projected 150. I think they'll easily get it. Yesterday, Lashings were left 132 to face, and they got it with about 4 balls to spare. So they got their work cut out today in the second innings when they come into play. Last over.
It looks like there's still a ball left. Here's Ayan.
Good follow-up there by Ayan. Good follow-through. A good example of a bowler following through, and that's something that the youngsters have a lot to learn. They often just stop at the delivery crease. They don't use the momentum. They don't switch to the front foot. It's always nice to see bowling properly. Score now 149 for 5. And we'll get last over coming up, so. Scorecard just caught up in time for this last over, which will be Elmore to close out the innings. Last over was a little expensive. It's up against an aggressive bat here who's already on 22 runs and 7 balls. Excellent piece of batting by the man from Afghanistan. Here we go again.
Slapped over cover. Beautiful shot that no one moved.
It was 4 off the bat.
Sweetly timed, given some width, and slapped over cover for 4 runs.
If we learned one thing commentating these last 2 games, the top batsmen are just going wide of leg and then hitting it out in the offside. Real Bradman-esque stuff. And they all give themselves an extra 30 seconds by doing that. Creating time.
Yeah, you get your value for shots here on this ground. It's a nice quick outfield. Looks like a relatively flat wicket. And the Blazers 153 for 5. 5 balls to go in the innings. They'll be looking to end on at least 160 from here, which is a very competitive total. Just moving the field around a bit.
Elmore coming, getting a deep mid on. A lot of boundary fielders, just one up relatively close in covers. And a point there.
Given some width again. Beaten outside off stump. Dot ball. It's a good comeback by Elmore after the boundary.
Elmore always looking for that wicket. Such an aggressive bowler. A real gentleman, like a lot of fast bowlers. John Snow of England, they're real gentlemen off the field, but on the field they don't want Anybody touching.
So Elmore has 3 fielders deep in the offside, so he'll be trying to make the batsman play the long boundary towards the offside. So look for some width outside off, slower balls. That looked like a slower ball, just guided to short third man for a single.
Letting the batsman do the work that time. Always the tough part of being a fast bowler is just a little nick. It's about. So Elmore doing well so far. Let's hope I jinx him. 5 off the over. Score now 154.5 with 3 balls to go. Run rate is 790. It's almost 8 and over. So blasters have done their blasting.
Here's Elmore to last man.
Oh, that almost took that cartwheel.
Looked like another slower ball. Took the pace right off.
He disguised that very well, I thought, Mustafa.
Agreed. He has
very hard to pick up.
It's a decent over by Elmore so far. Just 5 off it with 2 balls to go. He'll be looking to finish strong. The Blazers will be looking to finish with a couple boundaries here to get them up to 160. It's pitched up, driven down to deep cover. They'll look for 2. Just a single. Good bit of fielding out there by Munal Patel. So good comeback by Elmore after the boundary of the first ball. And as we're approaching the last ball of the innings.
At 155.5. Blasters have kept the run rate consistent. They slowed down a little bit after David Wright. And then the man from Afghanistan has brought him back in the game.
Last ball of the innings. Elmore to Tariq. It's a good ball. Oh, squeezed away. Third man was inside, so they finished with a boundary here. East Bay Blazers end on 159 for 5.
That means 160 to win by the Lashings. And in the last game, they had to get 132. And they made it with less than an over to spare. So they got their work cut out. Excellent play by the Blasters. And I think Lashings did a good job in the field, just except for those 2 drop catches, which would have made a difference, I think, Mustafa.
Agreed.
Anyway, we shall be back after the break. And, give us 10 minutes. Well batted Blasters.
वेलकम टू डैलिंग। हमारे मोहल्ले में आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है।
बहुत शुक्रिया, प्लीज।
अरे आप भी समोसे?
यू विल लव दिस समोसा। सुना है मार्केट में नए आए हैं।
ओए नए शे हम नहीं खाते हुए।
नए माने?
वो लक्ष्मी है ना,
लक्ष्मी के फ्रोजन समोसे?
जी हाँ, ऑथेंटिक पंजाबी टेस्ट वाले।
एक समोसा और।
आपको नए वाले तो खाने नहीं थे।
ओ यार, ये तो लक्ष्मी है ना।
Introducing Lakshmi Frozen Samosa range.
What got into you?
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
You're watching the Sunoco Minor League Cricket Championship, brought to you by our 2023 partners.
Sponsored by Sunoco Oil. And Lashings now coming out to try and score 160 to win this game. And I've been calling them the Blasters, but Mustafa, they were blasting toward the end there of that wicket. But the Blazers, I guess, is the actual East Bay Blazers. It's the real name of the team. But I wanted to call them the Master Blasters. But I gather there's another team called Hollywood Master Blasters at some point. So East Bay Blazers, it is. So can you tell us a little bit about the openers, Mustafa?
Yes, so we have Reuben Clinton and James Seymour opening the batting here. Reuben Clinton hails from Auckland, New Zealand. He's played his cricket for Auckland A's. And James Seymour is the captain. He's Australian. He's also had some experience playing Big Bash. And they'll be facing Rusty Tharon, who's a South Africa international. He's also played the recently concluded Major League for the Texas Super Kings.
Well, James will be looking to get some runs this time. He was out for a duck yesterday, and I know he was very disappointed, so any runs here will be much appreciated for him, I think. Be a bit of a confidence boost. So we're at South Africa versus New Zealand at the moment.
Yes, we're just about ready. Here's Rusty to Reuben Clinton.
Well, that's a nice, confident shot by James there. We're pleased with that. Gets out of the jinx mode and into playing cricket again.
It's off the mark with the single. Nice little swivel pull down to deep backward square leg. Brings the captain, James Seymour, on strike. The Lashings will be looking to get a positive start here and make the most of the power play. Blazers have the runs on the board. Here's Tehran to James Seymour. He's clipped off his pads. Just a single.
I wonder whether Theron is related to the famous South African actress who's taken Hollywood by storm over the years.
Could be.
Yeah.
Here's Tehran over the wicket to Reuben Clinton. Short outside off. It's cut away to point. Another single.
Now Clinton's played in the Big Bash League, right? In Australia.
Clinton's played for Auckland A's. Seymour has played for the Big Bash League.
Oh, Seymour?
Yes. Here's Tehran to James Seymour. Banked in short. Might be a leg by.
The ball isn't rising all that much, and Theron's not getting much lift off the wicket, so all of those came in short. Be interesting to see if he lengthens up a little bit. Because these guys are able to cross bat, they're not being forced into drives at all at the moment.
Yeah, he's bowling a bit back of the length, not giving them anything to drive. That'll be a wide down the leg side.
Nice pictures today coming from the two gantries by each of the sight screens. Score now 5 for no wicket. The last ball of the over coming up. Another short ball.
It's a nice
Push.
drive. They get 2 here.
A good start by Lashings. They needed 7 and over, and they're getting it. Actually, they'll need 8 and over. But definitely starting off emphatically here. They've got an extra ball here because the wide.
Here's Tehran to Ruben Clinton. Last ball of the first over. Inside edge. Just misses the stumps. Down the boundary. Finishes with 4 runs. At the end of the first over, SoCal Lashings 11 for no loss.
That's a good first over for Lashings. A very confidence building one. Last time they lost a wicket in the first over, so it's an excellent start.
Took that last corner pretty quick.
Sir, I need one hand on the roof, one hand on the pump.
Timeout for Sunoco Go rewards.
Keep pumping.
With new Sunoco Go rewards, when you fuel, you save because rewards come first.
So back on the opening bowler at this end.
It's going to be Brody Couch coming in. Hails from Australia. He's also played the Big Bash for Melbourne Stars. It's a right-arm fast bowler. He'll be coming over the wicket to James Seymour.
He's quick. Nice length ball. Quite a contrast to Tehran, actually. Playing it long.
Just sliding a little down leg side there. Gets a wide to start with. Looked nippy. Some good pace on that ball.
Good line, too.
It's back for length. Sharp single there. Good effort by the fielder. Just missed the wickets, but they pitch a quick single.
It looks as though the Blazers are good on the field as well, as you'd expect at this level.
So both these opening bowlers looking to bang it in a little bit. Just bowling back of a length into the wicket, not giving the batsman anything full, anything to swing their arms. It's Couch to Clinton.
Upish, and going to be a nice drive for 4 there.
Beautifully timed by Ruben Clinton. Slightly pitched up by Brody Couch. Sweetly driven over mid-off. 4 runs. It's a good start here by the Lashings. Already have 17 on the board.
Clinton got 8 and Seymour 3 off 3 balls. Good run scoring rate.
It's backed in, back of the length. Pitch another single to short fine leg.
Interesting contrast in fast bowling. Short hit from the Tehran end and Couch. Fuller length bowling here from the right end. That's going to appeal. Umpire saying no. Perhaps the pads beats the batsman for pace, I think.
It's couch to Seymour.
Nicely fielded. Mid wicket there. No overthrows because good back up there. Score now 18. 2 overs down. So Lashings doing an excellent job of staying ahead of what's needed in terms of total score.
Sweetly timed, straight to mid-off, dot ball. That finishes the second over. SoCal Lashings, 18 for no loss.
With these two fast bowlers, being relatively expensive, do you think they will do a spinner change fairly shortly? What do you think about that one?
वक्त आ गया है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस। इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट पे क्या खूब खिले।
हाँ, मेरे घर लाने का।
Adjusting the field there. Still 4 overs of this power play.
Rusty Theron to continue. Bowling to Seymour. Oh, quick bumper. Batsman looked to go for the hook, but just pulled out the last second. It's a well-directed short ball there.
Yes, that could have easily been an edge. Wicketkeeper standing well back. Gives you a sense of the pace right now.
It's good carry in this wicket too.
Yes. That was wide-ish. Umpire's not giving it, but it, batsman decided not to play it.
Looked like a slower ball.
Yeah.
It's outside off stump. Batsman might have thought it was a wide, but another dot ball to Theron. Good start to the over. 2 dot balls. Struck on the pad. Appeal for LBW. Umpire says was going down the leg side.
Staying short and aggressive, Theron.
It looks like he's really bending his back. He's putting some effort into it. He's beaten the batsman for pace a couple of times. It's good bowling here.
Oh, slight miss hit there. Just gets over the fielder mid-wicket. So they pick up a single. But yeah, you're right. Theron has really done a good job with 3 dot balls for a fast bowler. Right on the money. Just a single coming from that. That could have been a miss-hit wicket. Just a little bit lower.
Better over by Theron here. Just gone for the 1 run so far of 4 balls. He'll be looking to finish strong here with a couple of balls to go to end the 3rd over.
Oh, he played right over that.
That'll be a wide.
Gives it this time.
Might have got away with the last one, but this time the umpire decides it's too far outside off stump. Calls the wide. Might have been the slower ball again by Theron.
Both fast bowlers on both sides, Elmore and Theron, disguising their first one pretty well. Well, in Theron's case, they've both been a bit wide.
It's Theron to Seymour. Short again, hit back down the ground.
Excellent piece of fielding there to cut off the 4.
It's a good bit of fielding and they get back for the double.
Let's slow the run rate a little bit with those two. Theron having a good over here.
It's Tehran with the last ball of the third over. It's a good ball. Finishes with a dot. The end of the third over, SoCal Lashings 22 for no loss.
Seymour on 5 and Clinton on 13. So Clinton doing the attack. Seymour doing the anchor role.
वेलकम टू डैलेस। हमारे मोहल्ले में आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है।
बहुत शुक्रिया, प्लीज।
अरे आप भी समोसे?
You will love these samosa. सुना है मार्केट में नए आए हैं।
ओए नए शे हम नहीं खाते हुए।
नए माने?
वो लक्ष्मी है ना?
लक्ष्मी के फ्रोजन समोसे?
जी हाँ, ऑथेंटिक पंजाबी टेस्ट वाले।
एक समोसा और
आपको नए वाले तो खाने नहीं थे?
ओ यार, ये तो लक्ष्मी है ना?
Introducing Lakshmi Frozen Samosa range.
Wicketkeeper adjusting his gloves there. Moving his fielders round a little bit.
Here it comes.
Change to spin bowling here.
Hari Krishnan Nair comes into the attack.
Can you tell us a little bit about him, Mustafa? Do a quick bit of research here. Booth pushes that one away on the leg side. It'll be a single. Doing a good job of rotating the batting here. Certainly, the Blazers had a very good opening partnership of 77, and now the Southern California Lashings on 23 and good run rate. It's good stuff. It's nice to see these two doing well in this opening partnership after yesterday. Pushes that one. Quick singles. Oh, good effort. Cheeky single. He got away with it.
That was risky. Direct hit, and I reckon he was gone by a mile there.
Yeah.
Good bit of fielding off his own bowling by Nair, but just missed the stumps. The throw. SoCal Lashings pinch a quick single. They're looking to take some pace off the ball. And here's Nair to Clinton.
He played onto his pads there, so there'll be no appeal for LBW. But the spinner doing an excellent job now. Keeping the run rate down. It's now down below 9, that's for sure.
Head down to deep square for another single. He's really firing them in there.
Yeah, he's getting some pace off that spin, isn't he?
Yeah.
Both Theron and he are just pounding that ball into the paper.
As we come to the last ball of the fourth over. It's cut away. Evades the short third man. Get an easy 2 out here.
It's nice to see just where he opened it, the batsman opened his space up there to get that square shot.
That'll bring us to the end of the fourth over. SoCal Lashings 27 for no loss.
Yeah, while we're at it, change of over here. I just want to give a shout out to the Aspire group, Uni Marabini and Tiffany, who actually put on an event in Northern California at the Marin Cricket Club last week for our Compton homies. And delightful the way they have come down here to help coach the women's cricket. And it's been, Oni is very good on her pop-ups around Northern California and Southern California, really pushing the progress of women's cricket. So very grateful to have them here in the ground today. So do say hello to them, and if you've got a daughter or two, let them get some training. They're right here at one of the finest cricket grounds in the United States today, so great coaches too. We had Judy Price from Australia coaching down in Compton a couple of months ago.
Here's Couch to Clinton. Wraps him on the pad. No run there. He's bowling at a decent clip. Brody Couch really hurrying the batsman a bit.
Oh, he really pounded that one in. Lucky not to get a wide, but
Batsman looking to ramp him over the short fine leg. Completely misses that one. But intent was there. Looking to score.
these two Antipodeans are very quick scorers. Score now at 27-0. Clinton 15, Seymour 8.
Smacked over, long on. All the way, 6 runs. Beautiful shot by Reuben Clinton. It's just pitched up a little bit by Brody Couch. Gave him some room to swing the arms, and he pounded it over, long on, all the way for 6 runs. Beautiful shot.
First 6 of the match. Very confidence building for these partners. Opening partnership. As the score now moves on to 33 for no wicket.
Looked to make some room there. The bowler cramped him up a little bit. Good comeback. Dot ball. It's a decent start here by the Lashings, David.
Absolutely, Mustafa. It's exactly what they needed. Very aggressive. At this time in the previous game, they had lost 3 wickets, so it's really confidence building for the Lashings to see these two batting well together. And I'm sure that first-class bash experience has helped. Lovely shot there. Square. And it's going to go for 4. Score moves on to 37. Clinton having a very good innings here.
Yeah,
very aggressive. Taking on the quicks now.
Excellent shot that. Just given some room again and cut it backward of point. Beat the 3rd man. All along the carpet, 4 runs.
See that a lot with the Antipodean players in New Zealand, as they and the Aussies. They can stand back, Bradman style, and give themselves that square cut. Very good at it. It's almost characteristic of the way they play. Gillespie was another one. Gilly played over here. Ooh, that was a close one.
It's a good comeback by Brody Couch. Beats the batsman to finish with a dot. SoCal Lashings 37 for no loss. End of the 5th over.
What's up, Doug? What got into you?
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
It's staying with the spinner here. It's bowling quick spin. Decide not to take that single. Probably a good move.
It's good bowling by Hari Nair. It's really firing them in on a good length. Good bit of fielding.
Seymour opts to go on the back foot to that to try and punch him out, but doesn't do it. Just plays back to the bowler. Oh, lovely hook. Oh, and a catch. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Set him up. And that's the breakthrough at 37. for 1 wicket now. And it looks as though it's Seymour. Seymour the bat, yeah. So Seymour will be somewhat disappointed, but at least he did slightly better than yesterday and certainly set up a good opening partnership.
So good breakthrough there by Hari Nair. Sharp catch by Abhishek Paradkar at square leg. Brings Blazers their first wicket.
So the overseas players doing a good job of starting this innings for the Lashings, and I know the Blazers will be happy. Got their first wicket here. Still not any wind here in the park. It's very still today. It's a hot day, 90 degrees plus. So the players are doing a good job of staying sharp. The ice cream truck doing a lot of business on the sidelines. The ubiquitous sound of the ice cream truck.
So the new batsman is Rajveer Khosa. Hails from Bakersfield, California. He's a young lad, plays his local cricket here for Cosmos Cricket Club.
This is a great story, actually. Our Compton kids played against him about 3 years ago. Pushes that one out on the leg side. And he was by far the best player, but gave his MVP award to the Compton kids just as a encouragement. So he's a good lad as well. It's always nice to see that sort of gentlemanly gesture. Bakersfield cricket actually is doing very well amongst the Khalsa community. There are a lot of truck drivers down. They've got about 6 cricket teams now, where there was no cricket 10 years ago. So the Punjabi connection is getting pungent.
That wraps up an excellent over by Hari Nair, wicket maiden. And SoCal Lashings 37 for 1 at the end of the power play.
That was an excellent over, and puts the pressure on now on Lashings. We've got a shift here in the momentum of the game. As Blazers take advantage of their momentum. Wicketkeeper still standing quite far back.
So the new bowler is going to be Nawaz Khan. He'll be high confidence after that good little cameo at the end of the Blazers innings. Got them a quick finish to end up with 160.
Captain is the wicketkeeper. Do we know anything about number 9?
Just making some minor tweaks in the field.
The art of setting the field is as an art that's been neglected, I think, more recently. So it's good to see these minor adjustments, especially from the bowler, because it shows that really knows what he's doing. Sizing up the weak points.
Here's Nawaz to Clinton.
Taken.
Starts off with a wide down leg side.
Powerfully built man, Nawaz. Is he from Afghanistan or is or Pakistan?
Yes, he hails from Afghanistan. And good striker of the ball as you saw at the end of the last innings, and
Yeah.
now also nippy, fast medium. Clipped off the pads to deep mid-wicket. Easy two there.
So Clinton moves on to 27. Let's go now 40 for 1. And the power play off. That's why we've got all the boundary fielders now. Oh, that's catch your ball. It's very high. It's going to be a very hard catch. But it will be caught. Oh. That's 2 high catches dropped today on both sides. So that's one thing
that went really high up in the air, but should have been taken.
He wasn't underneath it really, and he had plenty of time to do that, I thought.
I think that's Abhishek Paradkar. Had a lot of time, but never seemed comfortable under that.
Yeah. Nawaz will be justifiably upset on that one. Beating the bat there for pace, I would say, Mustafa.
Yeah, it looked like Rajveer was just a little late on that. Maybe a bit casual.
Raj Khosa, the facing batsman.
It's faced forward. Sorry, David.
Sorry. It is so impressive to see a youngster come on like this format. Still not quite used to the pace.
Beaten on the drive again. Rajveer has faced 5 balls, hasn't got off the mark yet. A little bit of pressure building, but a good over by Nawaz so far.
Gets his bat to that one.
Finishes with a dot. It's a good over by Nawaz, only 4 off it. SoCal Lashings 41 for 1 and 7 overs.
Well, took that last corner pretty quick.
Sir, I need 1 hand on the roof, 1 hand on the pump.
Timeout for Sunoco Go Rewards.
Keep pumping.
With new Sunoco Go Rewards, when you fuel, you save, because rewards come first.
Yeah, the required run rate just climbing up. It's just over 9 to the over now.
Yeah, that's a tall order. A couple of sixes can change that. Staying with the spinner. Yike. He's had a good couple of overs so far.
Here's Hariner to Clinton.
An easy single. Pushes it into the onside. Mid-on picks it up. That's a couch. Gets off the couch and throws it in. Got a nice crowd around the ground today. A lot of youngsters out watching, and they women's clinic out there watching as well. Nice straight pierces midfield, and there'll be another single. Good straight drive.
Rajveer off the mark, single. Harry Nair in the middle of a good spell here. Just gone for 7 into his third over. He's bowling flat and quick on a good length. Not giving the batsman too much room to swing their arms. Here he is to Clinton.
Just gets that. Kind of a sweep hook shot, got very low on that, but just managed to get his bat to it. Lovely shot on the onside, just gets by the bowler, picks up another single. So 3 singles in a row, but an excellent piece of bowling by Nair.
Yes, he's really keeping it tight. Not allowing the batsman any width or any room to swing their arms. Just the 4 singles of the over so far.
Big Bash Clinton having good innings here. He's got 30 now, 25 balls.
He's got a good start. He's pitched up, driven down the ground. Another single. Lashings dealing in singles at the moment. The require rate just creeps up a little bit more. It's 9.3 to the over now.
Lofts this one now, it's going to go for 4. Beautiful shot. It was a lot faster off the bat than it looked from here in the booth.
Lovely
Nice shot.
Lovely shot by Rajveer. Just timed it over the bowler's head. Didn't look to overhit it. Sweetly struck straight down the ground. 4 runs. Finishes the over on a positive note. SoCal Lashings 50 for 1, 8 overs.
Got the 50 up. So Clinton now on 31 and Pelser on 6.
वक्त आ गया है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस। इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट पे क्या खूब खिले।
हाँ, मेरे घर लाने का।
Back on. Wow, again. And this time he's hit hard for 4. Beautiful half drive there. Beautiful shot. As Big Bash Clinton moves the score along. He's picked up 35 runs on 27 balls now. The score moves on to 54 for 1.
That was pitched up by Nawaz. Struck powerfully down the ground. Beats mid off for 4 runs. Good start to the over by Lashings. Nawaz might look to just pull his length back a little bit here. Not give the batsman any easy drives as he did in the previous ball. Wrapped on the pads.
You could hear that pad sound from the booth here. But nothing doing as far as LBW. But I think he beat him for pace that time, rather than movement.
Thudded onto the pads. But a dot ball there. It's a good comeback after the boundary.
Oh, he dug that one out. It was an excellent piece of bowling. Yorker length. Just blocks it. Bounces off the wicket there. That block. 3 balls to go in the over. Again, another full length ball picked up well by Nawaz. Good bowling here after the fall, the first ball.
Yeah, he's followed it up with 3 dot balls. The last 2 right up there in the block hole. It's good bowling, not giving the batsman any room to get under the ball.
This one's a bit shorter. A scamper for a quick single there on the leg side. That's just 5 off the over, but you still need a 9 scoring rate to keep things going. Got another over here till the 10th over with a projected score of about 120 compared to 160, which is what they need. So, but they do have wickets in hand. They've got 9 wickets. So definitely an evenly poised game at the moment.
Nawaz to Kosa.
Oh,
bowled him.
Bowled him. Kosa, that's a rather unusual shot. It somehow got through his bat. Stood on his tiptoes almost to try and stop that, but wasn't quick enough.
Looks like he beat him in the length there. Might have stayed a tad bit low.
I think the tiptoe thing got under the bat a little bit. So didn't quite get going. We've still got Clinton there. Excellent piece of bowling by Nawaz.
Yeah, just got under his bat, beat him for pace a little bit, and beat him in the length.
So basically he's Yorks, I guess, when we wanted to put a technical term on. And hence the tiptoes through the tulips.
That ends the 9th over. SoCal Lashings 55 for 2.
So that rate.
हमारे मोहल्ले में आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है।
बहुत शुक्रिया, please.
अरे, आप भी समोसे?
You will love these samosa. सुना है मार्केट में नए आए हैं।
ओए नए शे हम नहीं खाते हुए।
नए माने?
वो लक्ष्मी है ना?
लक्ष्मी के फ्रोजन समोसे?
जी हाँ, ऑथेंटिक पंजाबी टेस्ट वाले।
एक समोसा और
आपको नए वाले तो खाने नहीं थे?
यार, ये तो लक्ष्मी है ना?
Introducing Lakshmi Frozen Samosa range.
New batsman in. Score at 55 for 2. Run rate at 9 needed, and current run rate is 6.1. So I think we're looking to move the sight screen. Signal from the batsman. And there goes the crew. It's nice to see these sight screen fixed after they were used by the homeless during COVID for tenting and various other assorted shelters. And I remember the white sight screens made out of wood that used to blow over in the Sadranas. And now we have the black for the T20. And all the colored clothing. Switch from white to colored clothing really started around 2000. And then we got here, number 27. Pushes that nice edge to that ball. Again, another fast spinner. Real finger spinner, this guy.
Krishnamurthy coming into ball here.
number 20-year-old, right? And that one's going to be 6. Oh, it is 6 now. Bounces out of the hand of the fielder and it crossed the boundary. So could have been an out, but batsman gets lucky.
Batsman didn't get all of it. Went for the big slug. Just got the bottom of the bat a little bit, but had just enough on it. And the fielder on the boundary just tipped it over for 6.
It's what's needed, though, given the slower rate. And another beautiful drive through covers there. And it's just going to be cut off at the boundary. It's 8 very valuable runs back to back, bringing up the, pushing up the scoring rate. That's what it's going to take to win this game. So, a little bit more risk, and we had some reward. Oh, he spun that one into the batsman, but the batsman anticipated well. Hooking out on the onside for another single. So 9 in 3 balls.
Brings the new batsman to the crease, Sohaib Ahmed. He's a Pakistani cricketer who has played for Islamabad and the Quaid-e-Azam Trophy, which is the domestic 4-day competition, as well as for Pakistan Television.
What's Pakistan Television like? Is it good?
So it's a department team.
Ah.
So in Pakistan, a lot of the first-class structure is made up of various departments.
Right.
So one of them is Pakistan Television. It's Krishnamurthy. First ball down the wicket. Looking for a big shot. Just gets a single.
Yeah, we were in Karachi in January last year with the Golden Oldies, and we met Mustaq Muhammad and all those guys. We had a party at their house. It was a wonderful experience. We had the old steel drums out. So we were totally appreciative of Pakistan hospitality.
Sounds like a great time.
Yeah, it was.
It's a lovely short.
Shot.
And taken in the deep. It's a short ball. It was there to hit, but Clinton didn't get all of it. And good catch in the deep.
Looking to force the pace here and getting out in the process. That's risk reward right in action right there. He knew that he needed the runs. So he just falls short of his 50 with 45 and 35 balls. Ahmed on 1 already from Islamabad League, right? Is that got that right?
That's right.
So if I remember my geography, Karachi and Lahore are 1,000 miles apart, and Islamabad is the oldest city in Pakistan, and it's kind of midway between, but not near the Khyber Pass, somewhere along those lines. Stand to be corrected, but
I'm not sure if it's the oldest city. It might not be. It's a relatively newly established city.
Actually, your oldest is Mohenjo-daro, 3000 BC.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, Indus Valley civilization.
Yeah, so the Indus. Actually, a friend of mine worked on the Indus Valley barrier. It's got 22 gates. They had to lengthen the gates recently as the Indus changed its course.
So that's all in the Sindh region, which is where Karachi is.
Right, right. Actually, I ended up in hospital in Karachi, and they sent me a guard. I felt very secure.
well taken care of.
Yes. So Mustaq one day at the hospital, next. It was a good combo.
So the new batsman is Munal Patel. He's not on strike on the moment. He's an elegant left-handed batsman.
Gutsy, very proper. Does a lot of good straight batting.
Here's Nawaz to continue. Ahmed on strike. It's up in the air.
And it's a 6.
Clears the long on fielder. 6 more.
Taking on the responsibility of moving the score to 9 and over. Well, it's been on 7, and that's what it's going to take to win this game. So good aggressive stuff by Lashings.
It's a good hit by Ahmed. It is a slightly shorter boundary straight down the ground, and I think that's what they're targeting.
If we were to look at a diagram, we would see majority of 6s have come from straight drives today, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely shot. Going square there. To deep point there. Good piece of fielding now, though. Sharp. But 7 runs off 2 balls. That's exactly what Lashings need right now. Score moved on to 72 for 3. And they're taking more risks, but getting some runs in the process. They got the wickets. At this rate, it'll be 144 after the score at 72 at the 10th over here.
Here's Manal Patel to face his first ball.
Lovely shot, plenty of time.
Rivet the cover, no run.
As we've been saying earlier, a seasoned US player. Played at the top level. I think he played in Zimbabwe. I'm not sure recently. Certainly, he's a well-traveled US player. They rely on him a lot.
So he brings a lot of experience to the table with bat and ball.
Well, he's got a great temperament. Handles pressure well.
It's flicked off his pads. Come back for the second. Will be
good piece of running. That straight forward bat there. Classic example of how you should run when you're close to this crease there and the ball's racing in. Good cricket.
Exactly, Dave. That was good cricket. That was a good ball. Nice flick by the batsman. Good running and excellent bit of fielding in the deep, but couldn't stop the 2 runs, but threw it straight to the keeper, right over the stumps. The batsman had to dive in.
Now as bowling very well. So I think it's his 3rd over, is that right, Mustafa?
That's right. Two balls to go in the 3rd.
Straight back, over the stumps, nothing doing. Good cut off there by the sweeper. Every sport needs a sweeper.
The last ball of Nawaz's 3rd over. He's bowled well so far, 1 for 18. Manal Patel on strike.
Punches that one out into the offside. Quick pickup by the mid-wicket and a well-run single by Lashings. Lashings are loving it. Big applause from the 10. Score now 75 for 3. The run rate 682, and they need almost 10 and over. So they're still behind. Ahmed on 8 and Brunel on 3.
What's up, Doug? What got into you?
At SoCal, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
Captain here adjusting the field.
There's Krishnamurthy to continue, bowling to Manal Patel.
Lovely hook there by Brunel. Straight to the fielder, just 1 run. If you wanted to learn fielding, this is a good display being put on by the Blazers. Blazing Saddles out there in the field. Oh, just kept that out of his wicket. Good piece of bowling there. Excellent.
Yeah, the batsman looking to take him on, trying to use his feet, and Krishnamurthy just pulled his length back. Smart bit of bowling, dot ball.
A beautiful cut this time. Again, straight to the fielder. They're going to go for 2, though. Again, sliding that bat the way all the coaches teach you. But they're actually doing it. I've seen a few dislocated shoulders doing that as they hit a bump or something. Oh, digs that one on the offside. These two were running well between the wickets. And that's Brunel. He knows how to squeeze runs from seemingly nowhere. Score now 78 for 3. They really need boundaries though.
Yeah, that required run rate is creeping up. It's over 9.5.
Oh, they picked that one again straight to field. It'll just be a single. So they're not having a hard job piercing the field. Boundary fielders doing their job. Just had that one misfield over here on the offside where the ball bounced out of the fielder's hands for 6, but otherwise very tight, crisp fielding by Blazers. This time we get a hook shot, goes down onto the leg side, and picked up by deep mid-wicket.
Just a single to finish the 12th over. SoCal Lashings, 81 for 3. They need 79 more, 8 overs remaining.
Took that last corner pretty quick.
Sir, I need one hand on the roof, one hand on the pump.
Timeout for Sunoco Go Rewards.
Keep pumping.
With new Sunoco Go rewards, when you fuel, you save because rewards come first.
Making the batsmen hit to the deep square boundaries.
They're having a hard job. Actually, it says a lot about the way the field's been set by Blazers. They're bowling to their field very well. Keeping Lashings under pressure by doing that. So East Bay's Blazers, 159 for 5. SoCal Lashings, 81 for 3. They got enough wickets in hand and a lot of good batting. But it's a nice graph there showing the runs and the run rates. But if you look at it, it's just East Bay really opened up in the 9th over. And again, each over, I don't think there's been one yet that Lashings have been ahead. So we've got Ravi Tumbawala coming in behind Brunel. He's a good hard-hitting bat. I've seen him play for many years. He's a 15-year-old against Franklin Rose. And then just developed in confidence, made it to the US team. It's really been good to see his rise to cricket levels. He's graduated as a chemist out of USC, so he's well educated and a smart player. So we have that to look forward to. Got a new bowling change here, Mustafa. Who have we got? Score now 81 for 3. Ronel Patel on 5 with 6. Zia Mohammed 12. So beginning to build a partnership. Padraka. Padraka, the new bowler.
New bowler here is Abhishek Paradkar. It's a left-arm bowler. He's played for US. He played last season for the Silicon Valley Strikers, so he transferred over to the Blazers this season. Good all-round cricketer.
Got a long run up. 15 paces and then he's hit for 6. Beautiful shot. Much needed.
Smacked down the ground by Zohaib Ahmed.
That's a real Pakistan take on the fast bowler shot, I think.
He just walked at the bowler and walloped him over his head. All the way for a big 6. Much needed for SoCal Lashings here. Looking to take on those short straight boundaries.
Bit of Miniadad about him there, I think.
Yeah, a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
Walk down the wicket to the bowler like that. It's Paradkar. What's he gonna do now?
Oh, nice
back. Take a quick single. It's good batting. Get the 6. Get off strike.
This is the first time I've seen batsmen talk in these 2 games of broadcast, so it's getting a good understanding going.
So the Lashings still need 72 with about 7.5 overs to go. The required rate is around that 9.5 mark.
Well, they picked up, what, 8 in this over, so that's good. 4 balls to come. That's the sort of response you want.
They've got a bit of firepower to come in the batting as well. But they don't want to get this run rate too out of hand.
That's got lucky to get away with that. That was a mishit. It's because all the fielders were out. An easy catch, no fielder.
Bharatkar just pulling his length back a little bit after that first 6. Ideally, he wants to make the batsman hit square of the wicket to the longer boundaries.
Oh, nicely guided through, but not through the inner field of Gordon there. So just a single. So Bradker bowling well. Not a wisp of wind on this field today. Nothing to help the bowlers at all. Just still in the heat dome over Los Angeles. It's not as bad as inland, Arizona, wherever. Oh, lovely shot. Slaps that one onto the off. Again, just a single. That's become a major scoring shot there. Adjusted scoop, really.
Yeah, we've seen quite a bit of those slaps.
Yeah.
By some batsmen today.
Not being very penetrating, though. They usually stop. The drives have been the scoring shot.
Here's Bharatkar with the last ball of the 13th. Down the wicket.
Another mishit, but they're just doing what they got to do, just
looking for
squeezing out what runs they can.
That brings us to the end of the 13th. SoCal Lashings 92 for 3.
13 overs gone.
वक्त आ गया है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस। इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट पे क्या खूब खिले।
हाँ, मेरे घर लाने का।
Back on, pushes that one away on the leg side. So Rusty Tharan, 2 overs, 15 runs, 7.5 average. Nice little graphic that. Hopefully you see it again. It's good to see who's doing the containing bowling.
Krishnamurthy continues here to Manal Patel. Down the wicket,
This is
struck
going to
beautifully,
be
straight down the ground, 6 runs.
Right next to the booth here. We can see it very clearly. And Lashings delighted by that. Lashing over long on boundary.
Lovely shot that by Manal. Just used his feet, got down the wicket, didn't look to hit it too hard. Just timed it beautifully over the bowler's head, all the way for 6. Great shot. Much needed for the Lashings.
If ever there was a person with the temperament for this situation, it's Brunel. It's now at 13. Numbered on 22. They're putting on a nice little partnership. Oh, he drives that flat.
Smashed down the ground
That's
again.
Be another 4. No, yes.
It beats the fielder. 4 more.
Good effort by the fielder, but was not able to stop it as it bounced over him. Mohan, fielder 18. Good effort. Really committed himself to that, but ball was going very fast. 10 runs, 2 balls. That will catch you up. That's what you need. And we just got that's the first 3 balls of this over.
He almost
Beautiful
walked down to the spinner, got to the pitch of it, and slapped it straight down the ground.
Well, being a spin bowler himself, he knows what to expect, I think, showing. And loves a nice little flick. There's no run there. Straight to the fielder. Leg side flick, but field well set. 11 off 4 balls. Now that
Track
one
down.
again. This one I think he is going to get a run. But I think 12 off 5. And I think this will probably be the first over in which Lashings have exceeded the Blazers' score rate per over. Hopefully see that graphic back shortly. Oh, lovely shot. Hits square straight to the fielder again. No, they're going to just the one off the boundary shot there.
It's a good over for the Lashings. 13 off it. It ends the 14th over. SoCal Lashings 105 for 3.
Reduce the run rate to 7.5 and 55 needed so to win the game. So a really tight game developing here.
Looks like this one's going down to the wire, David.
As a lot of them have, it's been amazing. It's great cricket to watch because there's never a lapsed moment. Everything counts. And here's the graphic. You can see the 12th over Lashings. So it's the last 2 they've been exceeding the run rate of the Blazers. So they're beginning to do what they need to do to win this game. But they've got to have 2 or 3 more. There is one where there was a 16 right at the end there put on by Blazers. So good last 3 overs here by the Lashings. SoCal Lashings in their Laker colors, blue and purple. I mean purple and yellow. Big, very popular colors in Los Angeles after all those World Series wins by the basketball Lakers.
Here's Paradkar to Kunal Sohaib.
Oh, he chops down on that beautifully.
Risky run.
Good piece of
Oh,
fielding.
shies and misses. And they get the overthrow.
This is the cricket you got to play if you want to win it. Good stuff by Lashings. They're in the hunt. It's executive jets take off overhead.
Good little partnership here by the Lashings, by Sohaib Ahmed and Kunal Patel. Both going at a decent clip.
We're over 40 now, I think, on this partnership. Slams that one down short. They can just push it out to the onside. Look at that bowler giving it every effort.
That's great running by the batsman.
2 runs there. Interesting choice. Batsman falling for water. Needed in this heat.
It's a great bit of running, especially by Manal. He really ran the first one hard and pushed his partner to come back easily for the second run.
Manal, just the man for this situation. And, so Lashings got a 27, 44 partnership, so he just 6 runs to the 50 partnership. Yeah. Excellent graphic that. Oh, just pulled the bat away in time. Looking to steer that through that cordon. Batsman thinks better of it.
It's a good bit of bowling that by Potter.
Yeah, he certainly got some height off that wicket.
He's looking to bowl back of the length ball.
Good battle here. These two very good teams. 109 for 3, Southern Cal Lashings. Run rate now down to 7.52. Slams out.
Down the wicket. Beautiful shot.
Lovely shot. Very quick bat release there. 115 now.
That brings up the 50 partnership as well for
beautiful stuff.
Ahmed and Patel. Excellent batting here by the Lashings. Used his feet, chipped down the wicket. Free flow of the bat and middled it. Sailed over long on.
You know what I love about this is it's India-Pakistan playing together here in Southern California. That's very special. I mean, they have public holidays in the subcontinent for a game like this. If it was Mumbai, the whole city would be stopped. But here we are in Southern California sunshine.
Yeah, it's one of the great things about playing cricket in the US is the diversity that we get here.
Yeah.
And
small enough clumps that people actually get to know each other and don't stay in their own community, and they actually talk to each other, find out what makes them tick. It's great. When I first came here, it was mainly British and Australian. Now we're getting much more diversity. Of course, the Afghanis now are the latest catalyst. Speaking earlier to that gentleman, age 15, he's traveled 20 countries to get to the United States. Just mind-boggling. 18, he's playing Southern California cricket. That's amazing. Been to Ukraine, Russia, Turkey. There's a real story there. In comes the bowler. Slams it on a good length. Well hit back there by the batsman. Whoa, 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 whoa. We've got to get silly run out here. Just in time, I think. No, he's out. Well, 50 partnership broken. A little bit of misunderstanding there in the wicket and between the batsmen, but an excellent effort. That's Ahmed that's out for 33 after excellent innings.
Seemed like a bit of a needless run out. Manal Patel called for the second. His partner said no. He's already too far down the wicket. Easy run out there. Nonetheless, good little cameo by Manal. Brought some impetus into the innings.
Score now 115 for 3. Blazers would be happy with that because the Lashings were really putting themselves in the driver's seat until that breakthrough. So 116 for 4 now. We update the score. Ravi Timvola coming in. We've spoken about him earlier. Can handle fast bowling. Excellent batsman. Still got a lot of years left in him. Real Southern California product. Grew up playing cricket here locally. Made it all the way to the US team. Handles the politics of cricket very well. As does Adil Bhatti, another gentleman that I've worked with over the years. The East Coast. They're all American College cricket alumnus. These ones. Ravi was played for American College cricket with USC. All right, here we come. All right, go. Pushes that one down on the leg side.
Quick single there by Ravi Timawala. That ends the 15th over. SoCal Lashings, 117 for 4. We're down to 5 overs left and 43 needed.
For the run rate of 7.
हमारे मोहल्ले में आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है।
बहुत शुक्रिया, please.
अरे, आप भी समोसे?
You will love these samosa. सुना है मार्केट में नए आए हैं।
ओए नए शे हम नहीं खाते हुए।
नए माने?
वो लक्ष्मी है ना?
लक्ष्मी के फ्रोजन समोसे?
जी हाँ, ऑथेंटिक पंजाबी टेस्ट वाले।
एक समोसा और
आपको नए वाले तो खाने नहीं थे?
ओ यार, ये तो लक्ष्मी है ना?
Introducing Lakshmi Frozen Samosa range.
Timvola take the guard. Couch signaling. David Wright come in. Have a little conference here in the outfield. Probably setting up some strategy to get him to hit out, get a catch, something along those lines. Because Ravi can hit the ball very hard. Very methodical bat. So Ahmed's still there. And I see Ravi taking the anchor role while Ahmed tries to go for his 50.
Yes, Ahmed's playing really well here. 34 off 18 balls. Almost striking at a 200 strike rate.
That's remarkable. Here comes Couch. Oh, he beat him. What would you say, the pace on that one, or just
sliding down the leg side?
Yeah.
For a wide, but good bounce and carry there by Couch. It's probably the quickest bowler on display here
today.
This
Yeah,
game.
I'd say so. Yeah. Although I like Nawaz as fast medium. He did a good job of trying to keep the runs down.
Here's Couch to Timbawala.
Oh, lovely shot. Takes that on the full volley. Just a single, but a nice pickup. Not intimidated by the pace at all. When you face Franklin Rose, 6 for 5, ball coming down right in your face. It's been there before. That was a young 15-year-old taking on a West Indian opening bowler. Krishnamurti here, right in front of the scoring booth. Comes Couch from a 15 pace run up. Ooh, we got some lift on that one. Timbawala just got his bat away in time.
Ahmed just looking to give himself a bit of room there, and the bowler followed him. Just beat him straight through to the keeper for a dot ball. So the required rate just below 9. Still 41 needed of 4.4 overs. It's anyone's game at the moment.
Absolutely.
Uses his feet.
Oh. He got an underside edge with that short ball. Crafty piece of bowling that. They'd obviously studied their victim.
It's a big wicket that for the Blazers. Zaid Ahmed was looking dangerous. And Brody Couch just bowling a bit short, bit back of a length, cramped him for room, and he just got a fine little edge straight through to the keeper.
Now we'll see whether that's a turning point, because he was definitely getting in the flow there. Do we know about incoming batsman number 5?
The new batsman is Harpreet Singh.
Oh, he can hit. He's
Also known as Harry.
He's the wicketkeeper, right?
That's correct. He is the wicketkeeper, and it's aggressive batsman. He likes to get on with it. He hits the long ball when he gets going. But it's a pressure game now, David.
It certainly is. And it's harder to get these runs, I think, chasing, because it's hard not to tighten up. Keep your shoulders open and try and play your shots.
Especially with 2 new batsmen at the crease now.
Yeah, we had that good 50 partnership, and now we're looking to establish another one to finish the game. Harpreet on 0 and Timbawala on 2. So 119 for 5. Exciting. In comes Couch, facing the new batsman. Pushes that one down on the leg side. Umpire signals a wide. He's getting some pace, I would say, Mustafa. Significant pace.
Yes, he's getting really good carry to the keeper. Although, it's just a bit wayward at the moment, going down the leg side a little bit. I'd like to adjust that just towards the off stump, but definitely getting good pace and carry here.
Oh,
Big shot for LBW. Umpire says no. That was really close.
So, is he going to signal a leg by, or does he think he hit it?
I think his signal runs, so might have been an inside edge, but that looked really close.
That would explain the umpire's decision. But it hit it before it hit the pad. 121 for 5 now. The pressure is on all round. Need at least 9 and over. Couch is doing his best to keep it down the runs, that is. Quick single.
Nudged onto the offside for a single. Brings Harpreet Singh back on strike. It's a good over by Couch so far. Couple of wides. The big wicket of Sohaib Ahmed.
Very well thought out, actually. That was a deliberate short ball, getting him to try and got him to hit over it. Intelligent bowling.
I reckon he's going to try to go through full and straight here.
That's your guess, huh? Yes, you're right.
It's well bowled, well played. Dot ball, good finish to the over. SoCal Lashings, 122 for 5, 16 overs gone. They need 38 of the last 4.
I just...
What's up, Doug? What got into you?
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
Themselves very quickly. Otherwise, the game will swing in favor of Blazers at 122 for 5. The good thing is that there's plenty of wickets left, although the Blazers got their 160 with 5 wickets down. So Crouch now 3 overs and economy rate is 7.
Rusty Tehran to continue here. He's bowled 2 overs, none for 15. SoCal Lashings need 38 runs off 24 balls. Still anyone's game, David.
Yes, very much so. This is going down to the wire, so it's not one you want to leave early. LA crowds are notorious for leaving early to avoid the traffic.
The traffic will always get you in LA.
Yes.
No matter what.
Exactly. But you would be doing yourself a disservice if you did that today. And everybody walks in LA, you know, they wrote a song about it. Yeah. Well, it's because the traffic's so bad. All right.
Here's Tehran bowling to Dibawala.
Well, that's one advantage of fast bowler and the wicketkeeper having to stand back. They take a very cheeky single there. Just drops down in front of Dibawala. Sign for the times. They need every run they can get.
So the last few overs here, all the fielders inside the circle are on the edge of the 30 yards, so singles are available everywhere. Just need to get bat on ball. But they need a boundary. They need a boundary in almost every over here. Here's Tehran bowling to Harpreet Singh.
2 fast bowlers trying to bring it home for the Blazers. And some blazing bowling right now. And again, pitches
Banged
that
it
short.
Good pull, goes out to deep square. They're looking for 2. Little fumble there by the fielder, but a good recovery. They only take 1.
Yeah. And this.
Tehran really looking to bang it in back of a length. Make the batsman hit out to the longer square boundaries as compared to the shorter straight boundaries. Here he is to Ravi Dibawala. Uses his feet. That's an edge. And he's gone. Good bowling by Tehran. Pulling his length back. Ravi tried to use his feet, but just gave a slight edge to the wicketkeeper, who took a simple catch. Another wicket goes down for the Lashings. A little bit of trouble here with 6 wickets down and 123 on the board.
Now we've got a fast bowler, Elmore coming in to face the fast bowling. I know Ravi will be disappointed with that because he's a real fighter, but he was doing what he tried to do, what he needed to do, and that is to try and keep the pace going. It's one of those jobs where you just let the person in the changing room just cool down a little bit. So Elmore knows how to bowl fast. He can also hit very hard. Reminds me a lot of another Jamaican cricketer we had here for many, many years. And Hopton Barra. Same sort of player. I saw Hopton take 40, score 28 off the Sri Lankan World Cup team when they visited here in 1995. And Elmore can do the same sort of damage. The other thing is that Elmore's got very tall, can handle the rising ball a bit better than some of the shorter players.
Elmore Hutchinson gets off strike, first ball. But a tight over here by Tehran so far. Just 3 runs at the wicket. 2 balls left.
The fast bowlers at red definitely doing it for the Blazers at the moment. These are the overseas players really are in their keep right here. Slams that one down.
It's a slower ball. Just a single. Is the required run rate creeping up?
Oh, in double figures yet? 749, okay. So 126 for 6. Elmore perfectly capable of hitting it out the ground, as everybody knows. Certainly the Blazers know that.
If he gets anything in his range, he can hit a really long ball.
Yeah.
But Tehran's bowling well.
Both quicks are doing intelligent bowling. Ooh, that's going to be 4. That's rushing to the boundary. Got a nice thin edge to that.
Much needed boundary for SoCal Lashings. It's the end of the 17th over, 130 for 6.
7.49 needed in these last 3 overs. Great game. It's been great working with you, Mustafa.
Likewise, David. It's been a pleasure. And we're getting a great game.
Absolutely.
Makes it all better.
We'll be here tomorrow as well, right? We're starting at about 11. What's the first game? It's the Strikers, I think, isn't it, from Sacramento?
I believe so. I believe it's the...
We'll probably see San Diego again, too, I think, tomorrow.
If I'm not mistaken, the first game is the San Diego Surf Riders versus the Blazers. The second game is Lashings versus the Silicon Valley Strikers.
So that'd be 11 and 3 o'clock tomorrow. Full day of Sunday cricket, T20, minor league. Brought to us by SoCal, the oil company, and Lakshmi Enterprises. Very grateful. And getting a little Krishnamurti here, just adjusting the field, the 20-year-old. What a great experience for him. Get this experience captaining seasoned players. And in comes Couch. Oh, nice shot there. That's going to possibly go for 4. It's fast enough. Yes, 4 runs. 134 for 6. So this is going to be a scintillating finish to this game. So overs now. 17.1 and a 4. Need a couple more boundaries to get that score rate approachable. This is going to be an exciting game. Has been all the way through. Good cricket.
That was a good shot by Harpreet Singh.
Powered that one out. I mean, strong upper body.
Here's Couch to Harpreet again.
Oh, we clicks that one into the offside.
Beautiful.
They'll get a couple of runs here.
Look for two.
Looking for a run up, but no. Excellent running there by Habreed. And Lashings, whose putt is right next door to us, are very excited right now. 6 runs, 2 balls. We need 7 and over to win, 8 and over. Couch trying to keep the runs down. The Quicks have done an excellent job, averaging about economy rate of about 7 or 8 and over. Slams that one in, and that's
top
that's
edge.
catchable.
Just short of the keeper.
Elmore just, well, Habreed there, knowing that he mishit that. A little bit lucky. You need to be.
That had some pace on it by Brody Couch. Really cramped Habreed for a rule.
Yeah, beat him for pace, I think. To get the bat around in time.
Habreed lucky to still be out there. That could have gone anywhere.
Yeah.
Dropped just in front of the keeper. Here's Couch to Habreed again.
Oh, lovely shot. Picks that up beautifully. Just a single, though. Couch coming off the 13 stride run-up. Fred Truman used to be about 20. Now, ours was on about 12, so most of these guys are anything under 20 at the moment. But, of course, all that county cricket, they used to play 20, 30 overs with their ball. Here we just have 4.
So here's Couch to Elmore. He's probably going to be looking to bowl a bit back of the length.
Elmore plays it straight.
Just the single. 8 off the over so far with 1 ball to go. Last ball of Couch's spell. He's bowled a good spell here.
Lashings are already ahead of the score they got yesterday, and it's 4 wickets in hand. Hutchinson on 6 now, and Singh on 10. Excellent rear end sting here by these two. Oof.
Swing and a miss. That'll end the 18th over. SoCal Lashings, 138 for 6. We need 22 of the last 2.
So 8 off that over. Exactly what was needed.
Took that last corner pretty quick.
Sir, I need 1 hand on the roof, 1 hand on the pump.
Timeout for Sunoco Go rewards.
Keep pumping.
With new Sunoco Go rewards, when you fuel, you save because rewards come first.
Okay, 22 needed in these last 2 overs.
Here's Tyrone to Hutchinson. Smack down the ground.
4 of them.
Beats mid on. 4 runs.
These 2 have the power.
It's a great shot by Elmore. Good start to the over. 18 needed off 11 balls. Still anyone's game, David.
Absolutely.
Tyrone is probably going to look to pull his length back. Maybe take some pace off. Ball a little shorter.
He did, you're right. I think this is
Bunted onto the leg side. They're going to look for 2.
Excellent. 1 for the
Excellent
throw
batting.
always, and that's what they do. This is where the fitness really counts. So Elmore taking it to the opposition like he always does, usually, and he's in this position, you know, where he's at. I've seen him in the US, the same sort of pressure. This is familiar territory for him. So now 6 off 2 balls. Needing 11 and over, basically, to win the game.
They need to try to get maybe 10 more in this over. Not leave too many for the last over.
Takes the pressure off, is what you're saying. Yeah. I think it'll just be a single.
We're going to look for two.
They're going for that
Lashings is
second
going
one.
for it.
Whoa.
Excellent bit of running.
Excellent bit of keeping there, but Elmore's getting some running in. They both are. So they've got 8 off the over. 3 balls to go.
It's a good bit of cricket, that.
All the fundamentals. Stretching a single into double.
Good
keeping
bit
in the hunt.
Good bit of fielding too. But
yeah.
The batsman just got in at the end. Long strides.
It's very quiet here in the ground, and people are really focused on this game.
So we need 14 off 9 balls. Here's Tehran to Hutchinson.
Oh, nicely played. It's straight to the fielder. I thought they'd gone over the inner circle, but they didn't. So just 9 off the over so far.
It's banged in really short. Elmore looking to guide it over the keeper.
It was an intelligent shot. It just didn't get enough loft on it.
Gets off strike. 9 off the over so far. 2 balls to go. Lashings need 13.
Oh, Jada. Swing and a miss.
It's a good slower ball by Rusty Tehran there. Taking the pace right off. Looks like he beat Harpreet with the slower ball and the length. He was a bit early into his shot. It's beat him all ends up. It's the last ball of the 19th. Lashings need 13.
What a game. Oh, he missed those.
It's a great bit of bowling by Rusty Tehran. Took the pace right off again. It's almost a carbon copy of the last ball. SoCal Lashings 147 for 6. 19 overs. They need 13 of the last over.
वक्त आ गया है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस। इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट पे क्या खूब खिले।
हाँ, मेरे घर लाने का।
All right, here for the full and final over, 20th, 13 run needed. And we're taking bets now, I think.
What do you reckon, David? Which way is this going?
I think that the Blazers are going to be able to win by about 3 runs. So, but I would hate to prejudge this.
Here's
Couple of
Nawaz.
sixes.
Nawaz to Elmore Hutchinson. 13 needed. Swing and a miss. It's a good first ball.
So Nawaz is the death bowler. He bowled very well earlier. I think he had a economy rate of about 5, if I recall.
He's bowling a pretty good spell here. He's given the task to bowl the important last over.
I don't remember any major boundary off him.
So Lashings need 13 off 5 balls. Big swing and a miss again by Elmore. It's good bowling. That looked like it was right in the slot. But Elmore with a big swing and a miss.
Elmore's the man you want facing this sort of bowler. It's quite the challenge. David right there, just talking to Nawaz, giving him some suggestions. Oh, it's Theron, sorry, another
13 off 4.
Another one of the South African imports.
Looks like he's taking pace off the ball.
This time he's going to get a
Smacked
4.
over cover. Full
4
toss,
runs.
goes all the way for 4. Great shot by Elmore. It's a loose delivery by Nawaz. Full toss outside off stump. And sweetly timed over the cover boundary. Much needed boundary for Lashings. Brings it down to 9 off 3 balls. Exciting stuff, David.
Yeah, and very, you know, Elmore's very strong, so the wrist there just carried that ball across. Most batsmen couldn't do that. And also the reach helps as well. And I think the reach definitely helped him with that 4 there.
I think they need another boundary here.
No question. 151 for 6, aiming at 160.
Looks like he's going to look to bowl full with the field that he has. It's a good ball. Smack down to long on. They should look for 2. It's a good bit of fielding. Kept it down to 1.
I said 3 were 152, 8 to win last ball. 2 balls to go. 2 fours needed. 6 and a 2. We've still got some life in the game. My guess he's going to do it full length and pound it in, because we've already seen 2 mishits the previous over. Oh, he's picked this one up beautifully and it's straight to the field.
Straight to the fielder.
That's
got
out.
him.
That's what you had to do, but it didn't clear the fielder, so that's an out, and that's the victory, I think, for Blazers. It's going to be hard to get 8 off that last ball.
That
Good effort.
should be the game for the Blazers, unless there's a no ball or an extra, but Harpreet Singh hit it pretty well, but not well enough. And a good catch in the deep.
It's gone quiet here in the Lashings tent, but boy, have they put on a good effort. It's been an amazing game. Very enjoyable to commentate. And in comes Abhinumanu Rapt, who last game picked up 39 runs and 3 consecutive 6s in that score, not outscore. So Rapt facing the last ball. I'm sure he'd like to have had a few more. Good tight cricket, I would say, Mustafa.
It's been an excellent game so far, David. Very competitive. It's anyone's game the whole way.
Yeah, there's no way you could have predicted. There was no collapses, nothing. It was just who were the tougher.
There's 2 good teams going head to head. Here's the last ball. 8 runs needed. Rajap on strike.
Off his pads.
And that'll be
the
it.
end of the game. Very enjoyable game. Obviously, Lashings will be disappointed losing by 8 runs, but I think they can be proud of their effort. Some amazing stuff, a couple more boundaries if they could have done, but the bowling was very tight. Very good fast bowling by the Blazers, and just a well-fought win for the White's innings. I think it was probably the deciding factor. 68, and that he got out on a run out. Yeah, so that's it. And of course, Clinton for the Lashings, 45.
And so the Blazers finish it off here with an 8-run victory. Some excellent death bowling there by Rusty Theron, Brody Couch, and Nawaz Khan. Teams just shaking hands, as is customary.
Yeah, a great game, Mustafa, and well done, Blazers, for winning. And we'll be here tomorrow at 11 o'clock to bring you the next minor league game brought by Sunoco, and very grateful for their support. So thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow.
Inside edge. Just misses the stumps. Down to the boundary. Finishes with 4 runs.
Upish, and it's going to be a nice drive for 4 there.
Beautifully timed by Ruben Clinton.
First class bash experience has helped. Lovely shot there. Square. And it's going to go for 4. Score moves on to 37. Just plays back to the bowler. Oh, lovely hook. Oh, and a catch. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Set him up.
That square leg. Brings Blazer.
Lofts this one now. It's going to go for 4. Beautiful shot. Back on. Wow, again. And this time he's hit hard for 4. Beautiful.
Was to Kosa.
Oh,
bowled him.
Bowled him. Kosa, number 20-year-old, right? And that one's going to be 6. Oh, it is 6 now. Bounces out of the hand of the fielder and across the boundaries.
Sounds like a great time.
Yeah, it was.
It's a
Lovely
bit short.
shot.
And taken in the deep. It's a short ball. It was there to hit. Continue. Ahmed on strike. It's up in the air.
And it's a 6.
Clears the long on field.
15 paces, and then he's hit for 6. Beautiful shot. Much needed.
Smacked down the ground by Zohaib Ahmed. Namurti continues here to Manal Patel. Down the wicket, struck beautifully. Straight down the ground, 6 runs.
Right next to the booth here. We can see it very clearly. Oh, he drives that flat.
Smashed down the ground
That's
again.
Be another 4. No, yes.
Oh, it beats the fielder. 4 more.
Good effort by the fielder, but it was not 5-2. Slams out.
Down the wicket. Beautiful shot.
Lovely shot. Very quick bat release there. 115 now there. In comes the bowler. Slams it on a good length. Well hit back there by the batsman. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. We're going to get silly run out here. Just in time, I think.
Uses his feet.
Oh. He got an underside edge with that short ball. Crafty.
Here he is to Ravi Dewala. Uses his feet. That's an edge. And he's gone.
Both quicks are doing intelligent bowling. Ooh, that's going to be 4. That's Russian. In comes Couch. Oh, nice shot there. That's going to possibly go for 4. It's fast enough. Yes, 4 runs.
Here's Toronto Hutchinson. Smack down the ground.
4 of them.
Beats mid on. 4 runs.
Looks like it's the previous over. Oh, he's picked this one up beautifully and it's straight to the field.
Straight to the fielder.
That's
got
out.
him.
That's what you had to do, but it didn't clear the fielder, so that's an out, and that's the victory.
Welcome to Dallas. हमारे मोहल्ले में आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है।
बहुत शुक्रिया, please.
अरे, आप भी समोसे?
You will love these samosa. सुना है मार्केट में नए आए हैं?
ओए नए शे हम नहीं खाते हुए।
नए माने?
वो लक्ष्मी है ना?
लक्ष्मी के फ्रोजन समोसे?
जी हाँ, ऑथेंटिक पंजाबी टेस्ट वाले।
एक समोसा और।
आपको नए वाले तो खाने नहीं थे?
ओ यार, ये तो लक्ष्मी है ना?
Introducing Lakshmi Frozen Samosa range.
You're watching the Sunoco Minor League Cricket Championship, brought to you by our 2023 partners.